All right? No, the request for putting up a tray pad, it is not ever going to happen. And not for any other reason than I am done. I am done with current players. I will not. I'm going to put out a legendary retired player. But so when the request started rolling, I'm letting you know in advance, no, we're not putting Trey up. But it's going to be Rice. It could be Young. And it could be actually Willis and Gore. Those are my candidates right now. I'm trying to make a decision between. So, because from what I'm saying, if indeed there was budgetary issues and everything else, if indeed in 5 years we haven't won a couple of Super Bowls or one Super Bowl, Trey's gone too. So that's the way it works now. So, this is why I'm not going any more current players. It's going to be from now on what I just mentioned. Right. But anyway, for now, T. Lance is QB1. And Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan has finally uttered the words to shut down all QB speculations. Coach has made clear that the Niners are Trey Lance's team. Tonight, taking your calls after going over some of today's media's conference details from GM Lynch and HC Shanahan regarding training camp. But hey, fam, here's the thing. What we worry about, Lynch opened up the first press conference of training camp by talking about the injury status. We haven't even played no football. And these guys are already, a few injured players and how they've been progressing in their rehab. I understand that. But you know what I didn't realize? The kid we drafted, Khalil Davis, he suffered a season-ending ACL injury in his final season at the University of Central Florida prior to being drafted by the Niners in the 6th round of the 2022 NFL draft. God, you know what I didn't really look up? I saw the draft, and because I don't watch enough college football to know anything about Khalil, but I didn't know he was injured. We picked him up late, I know, but we couldn't have done anything else with that pick besides pick up an injured ball player. But we did, and maybe he's that damn good. I don't know, because I can't speak intelligently on that because I don't watch enough ball to take notes. Big Show watches. Anybody that knows anything about Khalil Davis, was that a good move? All right. Prior to being, as I mentioned, because Davis' injury occurred while in college, he will start the season on the NFI, which is the non-football injury list. The Niners can keep Davis on the NFI as long as necessary without losing a spot on the roster, which allows him to recover without undue pressure. Also, both Jason Verrett and Charlie Warner will start the season on the PUP list. I guess that ends any questions we had about JV. Verrett is recovering from that ACL injury sustained in week 1 of last season. As you already know, the Niners signed JV to a 1-year contract, hoping it will once again make a comeback from another major injury. And I do too. I really do. Guy can play. If we could just keep him upright. Lynch said about JV, quote, he is coming to work, continue to work his way back from that knee, but he's making really good progress, unquote. The cup stays, though. See, I'm always going to entertain the joy that I went through while this man was here, so I'm sorry. Send me a new cup, then. No, because you send me a Lance cup. I ain't drinking a no Lance cup either until he shows me that he's worthy when I start. And then when that happens, I will be the worst one making all the noise about Lance. I'll probably go for him just like I do Jimmy G. What did you say? Man, how many times do we have to win a game for you to shut the hell up? I can already see me. So anyway, meanwhile, Warner had off-season core muscle surgery and will work his way back slowly. Michael McGlinchey, you know what that means? I just realized something about Warner. Warner, there's been a lot of talk about Ross Dwelly and whether he'd make it or not because Charlie Warner was doing such a good job. I was thinking about I mistake Warner for the big McKivitz. No, this is the tight end that was doing a good job last season. He had core muscle surgery, though. Mike McGlinchey, as you know, with the quad, Javon Kinlaw, Aziz Al-Shar, have all been cleared to practice. But as With the players on the PUP, there is no pressure for them to return immediately either. All three players likely will be seen on the practice field, but not on a daily basis. Lynch is further quoted saying Mike's doing really well. Again, as we've talked about, when you're coming off a major surgery, there's always a kind of re-enter process. It's not like you just throw him out there and say, go practice football full speed, take every rep, and so we've got a really good plan, unquote. One player who did not report to the 49ers facility is D. Ford, which isn't unusual, said nobody. D has not appeared in a game for the 49ers since week 7 of the 2021 season. And last year, did he appear in one game maybe? Because I don't even remember D being involved. And through 3 seasons with the club, has only suited up for 21 total games, 2 as a starter. One of the highest paid DEs in the league for a minute, too. Lynch said this about that. He's not, I could tell you guys the next couple of days, they're working through some things. The league, PA, which is Players Association, and all that. But, I think you guys will see a transaction and, leave it at that. Unquote. You get the sense that John's kind of frustrated about this whole matter, huh? Oh, man, I tell you. Slick, don't be surprised. I told you, as soon as Jimmy's out, I wouldn't go disrespect him, and just tear it down because the haters wanted him down, okay? When it was official that he was gone, I'm going to honor the man like he deserved. We went to a Super Bowl, NFCCG. We got a lot of things done. We came up out the toilet bowl. We became relevant. I'm going to respect this dude as long as I do. And I ain't going to stop just because everybody else did. Okay? So I'm sorry, guys. That's just the way it is with me. Anyway, the Trey Lance era has officially begun, though, for the 49ers. Jimmy G remains on the Niners roster. But both Shanahan and Lynch both made it clear when training camp opens tomorrow that T. Lance will be the starter for the 2022 NFL season. Shanahan and Lynch went on to praise JG for what, as I say, he helped the organization accomplish. But Shanahan said regarding the matter, quote, we have moved on to Trey. We are starting camp out this way. This is Trey's team, and that's nothing against Jimmy. We made this decision a year ago, and we're going with that, and we're not going to mess around with that anymore, unquote. Right. Both George Kittle, though, and Jill spoke to the media and shared their enthusiasm for Lance's future in the spotlight. GK is ready to be a reliable target for T. Lance as he develops into his role. Kittle said, quote, I can't wait. The overall consensus would be is our best players are going to play their best football, and we need to do our best to make it as easy as possible for Trey, unquote. While there's going to be some ups and downs, he goes on to say, while there's going to be some ups and downs, we need to play at a high enough level. If Trey has a game where he throws a couple of picks, it is what it is, and we're going to be playing well enough where we can win those games, unquote. All right? See, that's the way you're supposed to think about this. Don't go out there expecting, gotta have absolute perfection. If he can't be perfection, get him the hell out of here. No, it's football. The guys on the other side of the field will pay big money to stop you. It's a game of chess. May the best man win, yes. But, slaughtering players every time a mistake is made or you lose a game is ridiculous. It's going to happen. It's at the end of the day and the end of the season, who wins? Kittle said he has seen marked improvement from Lance since his arrival in Santa Clara a little over a year ago, but that is expected. Later, when real bullets start flying, Lance will truly be put to the test. And Juice is another player who will add support and reduce pressure on T. Lance in his first season as a starter. Juice expressed his approval in the announcement of the changing of the guard at QB, adding that it is really no surprise for the players and coaches in the building. As he is quoted saying, I'm excited about it. I think we all see the potential, and I think with the people we have surrounded Trey with, his work ethic, and what we saw through OTAs, we feel he could reach that potential, unquote. Please let that be the case. Lance took all of the snaps with the first team during OTAs and mandatory minicamp, as you know, with a fully healed index finger on his throwing hand. He seemed more at ease both on and off the field, no longer in pain and able to straighten the finger completely. Lance will now also speak to the media more regularly as the leader of the offense. That began during the offseason where he was open about his journey of his first NFL season where he was a natural. Juso went on also to say, quote, I felt like we all kind of saw that in OTA, so it's not too much of a shock or anything, but definitely excited for Trey and excited for us, unquote. We should all be excited. You know what? If these guys are excited about it, I'm probably going to relax at some point. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to take me a minute, all right? I'm so used to knowing we're going to win. We're going to the playoffs at least if Jimmy stays up. Now I need to feel that way again. Maybe after 4 or 5 weeks, I will. And I can't wait to say, I was wrong as could be. Look at this. He's going to be fine. We're on our way to the playoffs. Yeah. Can't wait till that day comes. And as far as saying I was wrong, I'm not a hater. If I'm wrong, I'll be delighted to say I'm wrong. We're going back to the playoffs. You damn right. Because with me, it's about the 49ers. All right? And what I've seen from Jimmy, well, I knew what to expect. And it happened. Okay, we didn't win the Super Bowl. We lost one NFCCG. How many teams can even say they did that? So I'm saying, anything can happen in the playoffs. And they usually do. So if we can get to the playoffs with Trey, we got enough veterans around him. Maybe. I got no problem with that. But anyway, fam, your feelings on tonight's announcement official, now that wall site has been cleared, of Jimmy G. Oh, Sean, this can't be Sean. I'm not talking to him. Oh, somebody.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Hello? Sean?
There we go.
Ah, there you are. All right. Come on in,
There
Sean.
we go.
All right.
Yeah, we don't. I can't be taught because Marquise Brown is already hurt. What are hotels underwater? Or hotels flooded for training camp? So it's no good.
Wait. Sean, are you the Cardinal, Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your name, something changed on our ID here. I think production didn't know who you were either. No, Sean, I'm delighted to hear from you. We haven't heard from you in a while. I used to be amused when you call in. Listen, You've got Marquise Brown hurt. Give me some more about your report so I can know that you're one less team to worry about. Kyler Murray got paid, though.
Marquise Brown's the only person hurt. Our hotel that we're staying at for training camps flooded, so that's pretty gnarly. Let's see if Kyler can start looking over people this year, and let's see.
Sean, wait! Before you go to the next point, let me ask you this question though. Now Murray cried and screamed until he got paid what he wanted to get paid. Now, are you okay with that? And do you think other players on your roster are maybe going to attempt to do that same thing?
No, I think I'm okay with it. He got paid what he deserved to be paid.
Okay.
He got paid a little. I don't know. I'm a big Kyler fan, so I think he got paid the way he got paid.
Right.
But I think all things aside, there are grown professionals at the point, and you kind of need to be paid the way you need to be paid. And we saw that. We're seeing that with Debo. We're seeing that with DK, but Debo hasn't been paid yet. So
neither is DK.
DK. Seahawks, I don't know what's going on. Chris Carson retired for neck injuries today. So I don't know what's going on with that.
That's the running back I was talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus, that dude, he freaks me out. Guy's good. I'm delighted. I mean, I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody, but Chris Carson, every time they give him the ball, oh Jesus, and he come crashing through there, dragging dudes down the field.
But, he's got he had Drew Lock giving him the ball, so maybe Drew Lock will fumble sometimes.
Well, Carson quit, so I don't know who's your running back's going to be then.
But I want to talk about this Trey Lance situation, because when we play y'all in San Francisco here, we wear these alternative helmets this year, and we face y'all J.J. Watt gonna have like 8 sacks on Trey Lance.
In one game?
8 sacks in one game. Trey Lance is not ready. Trey Lance is not ready for this because you know Isaiah Simmons playing with those safeties.
But yeah, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Sean, if your team total gets 8 sacks in that game, I'm going to give you
We
props.
don't have like 24 sacks that we don't have like 24 sacks that game.
Because the thing is, J.J. Watt is one thing, but I want to see 8 sacks total. Do you have enough juice to bring that much firepower? I only got besides J.J. because Chandler left.
Did you see what happened at the Tennessee Titan game last year? People
How many
don't
sacks?
underestimate it. People don't underestimate us. People don't underestimate us. They've done it every year. When we
And we're
went to
accurate.
SoFi Stadium, we beat the Rams. We beat the Rams' ass.
Why did you beat him when it counted at the end of the season, though? Oh, I guess the same thing about 49ers. But
we were saving our energy for the 2023 season when the Super Bowl is here in Arizona. We were saving our energy for that. We didn't want to go to stupid SoFi, or we didn't want to go to stupid SoFi. We wanted to wait here. So when we faced y'all in the NFC Championship game, or whatever it is, and we beat y'all, I don't want any of your fans coming to my DMs or my Twitter and talking smack, because I know it happened last year.
So I just wonder though, you're going to take the whole 2022 season off, play lightly, try to not get injured, and 2023 when it's played in Arizona. Wait a minute, the Super Bowl is being played in Arizona this year.
Yeah, so 2023, yeah.
Okay. So you are going to you try to get there this year, Ellie? You know,
we are no, it's not. We're trying when we do this year. And we're playing you guys in the NFC Championship.
You said 8 sacks. I don't know if a team can get 8 sacks from J.J. Watt and call themselves a contender.
2,500 yards that game. you will learn to put respect. I see your comment section right now. I see it going up and down like, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Hang up the phone.
So we do have to hang up the phone, though. We're out of time. But, Sean, listen, I'm delighted the season started because you and about 3 other guys are extremely amusing. Get back here. I'll be back tomorrow, actually.
I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be
good.
Talking on my shenanigans tomorrow. Hey, Trey Lance about to get sacked 8 times, and he'll be on a stretcher by then.
But you said J.J. Watt alone was going to get 8. Now, you must have 12, 13 sacks in play. Anyway, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. All right. What are we going to do when these guys get beat and stop coming in? The laughter will have to end. Hey, Philip.
It's so hard to say goodbye. Well, that's the end of Jimmy.
Yeah. I can see you're excited about that. All right. Hey, so in this case, you do believe that we're going to continue playing the same winning football? We're going back to playoffs. We're going to get there and win the Super Bowl, I guess.
I mean, I don't know if we're going to get to the Super Bowl this year. Trey Lance has to work out all of his kinks. But I know that Kyle Shanahan is now able to open up the offensive playbook more. And I'm just saying that offense is going to be dangerous, even better. And we got Danny Gray. We got a down the field threat. Debo, he's going to do his thing. Ayuk is going to do his thing. We got Kittle. I'm just saying we're going places this year.
All right. Because we haven't been going anywhere in the last couple of 2-3 years. But this year we're going. All right. I'm with you.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. I would love to. But I think I was looking at some type of record that somebody was making for all the teams. I think 10-7, maybe 11-6 is an accurate record for us. That's what we should head for. And because really it's only going to be us and the
10-7 because we got 17 games. But go ahead.
Yeah. I think really it's going to be us and the Rams there because I'm sorry. The Cardinals is cool, but they always fall apart at the postseason. I'm sorry.
And Sean, who just called, Sean, that's true. That's what I was trying to tell you. Sean, you guys come out every year, and I expect you to come out this year the same way. Guns just blazing, tearing everything up. 5-6 weeks later, all of a sudden, well, the Cardinals have seemed to hit a dull. Why? So let's see what happens this year.
Yeah, that should be interesting. So, which rookies are you looking out for this training camp?
Well, Gray, I want to see if you know what. What's his first name? The wide
Danny?
receiver, Danny. What I want to know from Danny is, every time you get a speedster, the issue always is, can they not pull a hammy? They always pull a. They always pull a hammy. So if we can keep him healthy, it's going to make all the difference in the world in the offense. That ability to clear out the secondary is essential in what Kyle Shanahan likes to do, because he likes to put people in space and get them wide open like that. We need him to do that, or else the secondary can sit back. Linebackers don't have to shift much, and then you get a clogging of the middle. I'm not sure if I want to continue to watch. And this is no knock on Trey. I don't want to see him trying to thread the needle across the middle of the field between the numbers like JJ. I want to see that offense a little more open so he can get clear looks. So, yeah, Danny Gray is going to be one guy I've been looking at. Who was the rookie that we drafted everybody's excited about? I want to know what Womack looks like. And... yeah, that's about it. You look at Aaron Banks. I'm looking at him as a rookie because Aaron hadn't played yet. So I want to know if Aaron Banks can carry his load over on the left side. So, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. My mama's walked in. Hold on,
All right.
Hello.
Hello, moms.
She dipped out.
How you
She's
doing?
So nervous. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Danny Gray, he's gonna do something amazing. With their medical staff, I'm pretty sure they'll help him out with that. I'm excited for Leon O'Neal Jr. though. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do.
Wait. Leon O'Neal. What position is that? That's a rookie.
I think he's
O'Neal.
playing safety. He was an undrafted rookie this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not checked him thoroughly out yet. Okay. You think he's got stuff?
I think so. It's just this feeling I got about him. He might not be super great the first year, but I think he should be good. I don't know. Hufanga, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. But there's still some questions about him. He's not as fast, but he has the IQ for the game.
And position is everything he does. That's what he does. Anticipation and things like that. Yeah, that's Hufanga.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to get some youth on the safety side. With Jimmy Ward is Jimmy Ward. That man's amazing, but it's going to be good to get some youth.
And you got Tavares Ward back there. Now, Tavares is more. If Tavares is healed up, him and Jimmy were making music before Tavares came up hurt that year, last year. Mm-hmm. They work well together. How about Ambry Thomas? Since we're looking at second year.
It seems like last year he got better with each game.
Every week.
And I was at that game, the last game of the season, where he caught the interception. Whew. I'm just saying, I think he has the ball hawk skills, so Ambry Thomas should be good. What's the other cornerback that we drafted? He played like 2 games in the beginning with the Lions, against the Lions. I'm trying to think of his name.
A cornerback. Demo. Diamador Lenore.
Yeah, Diamador Lenore.
I'm scared for him. We got too much guys now they brought in that he might not be able to beat out. He's got a lot of heart, though. Maybe. We'll see.
You think he would be good at nickel, maybe? Or
I think that's where we're going to be looking. That's the best place for him to try to be, to remain on the roster, I think. Outside we got too many guys out there that are going to beat him out of that position. So, yeah, maybe the nickel. I don't know about his quickness. I need to see that more. I don't know, because a lot of guys that aren't really straight line fast, they got quick twitch and they can move and get into position to make plays. Guy's got a mind for a killer, though. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I think the only thing I'm really nervous about is this offensive line. I don't know what to expect. Yeah. I'm really nervous about the center position. We need a better center. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jake Brindle's not going to cut it. I believe we need a way better center. And then Aaron Banks, we'll see what he does this year. Technically he's a rookie. He's coming into his rookie year,
I
even though it
didn't
was
play at all
year,
last year, did he? As I remember, I think he was out there for a few snaps in preseason. But yeah,
I
for all
think
intents
so.
and purposes, he's a rook.
I think so. And then, man, I've been having fun on Twitter. It's been so fun.
Yeah,
Who do you think is gonna have a better season, Trey or Fields?
there's a good question. Damn, okay. Fields got a lot of lumps last year, and he probably learned a lot from it. At this hour, I'd probably say Trey because he's got a better unit around him.
Mm-hmm.
But each player, man, that's a tough call. I don't know what Fields learned. I don't know how he improved from what he's learned because experience is always the best teacher. You know what? Let's see. We're going to find out game one, which wouldn't be fair for Trey because Fields come out there, y'all, you ain't seen nothing yet, bruh. I done been through everything you about to go through. So, we're going to find out. Trey's got the best team around him, though, so we'll see. Phil, we're going to run out of time, though. And
Okay. Next time I call in, we're discussing this alternate helmet thing. We need something new.
Yeah, everybody else is getting one. Why not us? I agree.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll be back tomorrow, actually. All right.
All right,
night, Philip.
Ronbo, I'll see you. I'll be there tomorrow.
All right. Say goodnight to Mom for me, too.
Okay, I will. No problem.
Night, Phil. Yo, Eric.
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Look, as you know, the official announcement has been made, and we no longer have to worry about anything but Sudfeld and the irrelevant player we have at the end of the roster. All right, what are you thinking, Eric? What do you make of all this? Are you feeling good?
Yeah. I mean, to address the Cardinals caller, I mean, Jesus. I mean, hopefully, before you talk about 8 sacks in one game, J.J. Watt won't even make it that far into the season. Let's be completely honest. The man is made of glass now. On top of that, you don't have D-Hop for the first 6 weeks of the season.
Oh,
he plays
I forgot
the
about
Chiefs,
that
the
suspension,
Raiders,
right?
and the Rams. They're gonna go 1-4 for the first 5 weeks of the season. So I don't even know how the hell the Cardinals are going to be even good closing in on the Niners game. They play them week 10. Maybe when they get D-Hop, they turn things around. But I don't know. I don't even think they're going to be good at the
but
beginning
Eric,
of the season.
maybe by week 10, we may have Jason Verrett back, and you know how he loves to play him some D-Hop.
Oh, yeah. So that guy's going to be a non-factor either way. And Trevarius Ward is going to be really, really good for us. I think, I don't know if he's going to be like that lockdown corner like a Jalen Ramsey or anything, but I really do think he's going to be like I guess
an
that guy
upgrade of whatever we had.
like a Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's faster than
He's going to be a
Sherman.
guy quarterbacks are not going to, yeah, exactly. Quarterbacks are not going to want to test him. But I really liked everything that Kyle said today. Obviously, love that Trey Lance is finally going to be QB1. Unfortunately, Jimmy's, goodbye, but Jimmy had a good run here. I'm not going to, shit on Jimmy. Jimmy did bring us out of, irrelevancy, basically. We were basically, even those dark years, we were losing to the worst teams in the league. I believe we lost to the Browns with Johnny Manziel.
Mm-hmm.
We lost to, I believe, the Lions and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
We lost to the teams that
Everybody.
we say today are poverty.
We lost to everybody.
We were losing to everybody.
Remember? We
should
beat
have
the Rams. Don't forget that. We beat the Rams twice.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't beat anybody
In
else
all
to beat the Rams.
In all honesty, if the Browns were not that bad, we should have every year probably had the first overall pick. But we did rattle off some wins against the Rams. So ridiculous Rams that you keep letting us beat you guys even when we're dog shit. But I think, so thank you to Jimmy, for taking us out of that dark place. He did bring a culture that was different. Obviously when Kyle and John got here, they did change the culture that was here, but they needed a vessel, I would say, that would carry it into the locker room, and that was Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you to Jimmy. But it's time for something new. I think the roster is built to win a Super Bowl. I think you need a quarterback, that's, I would say, on the level of the other teams that are in the playoffs. Like, in my personal opinion, out of all the QBs that are in the playoffs, I would say Jimmy is probably down at the bottom, unless you want to say, obviously Mac Jones, I believe, last year. maybe you could say he was better than Mac Jones. But of all the QBs, I think he was around near the bottom. I think if Trey Lance does pan out, he'll be near the top. He'll, especially in terms of talent, he will be near the top. And those type of guys you can win a Super Bowl with. Obviously, you can't win a Super Bowl with just your quarterback. That has been proven. Seahawks,
Every year.
they haven't been able to do it.
Every year, it's
Packers haven't been able to do it.
Yeah,
you can't just win a Super Bowl with just your star quarterback.
You
need the roster to be built out. You need a defense, especially a really good defensive line, especially with the new offenses that are coming into this league now.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks are able to move outside the pocket. Your D line needs to be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I believe in 2019 that defense was really ahead of its time. I mean, I think we're going to look back on that defense and see how really good that defense actually was to hold that guy that was the MVP to 10 points throughout 4 quarters. On top of that, they made guys like Aaron Rodgers look like dog shit. I really wish they would have played Brady that year just to see what it would have looked like.
That's every year, Eric. Even though we think the quarterback's going to make all the difference in the world, the Super Bowl game, promise you, the defense is going to be the main reason why. Even with us, we lost to the Chiefs. They shut the 49ers down. Everybody blames Jimmy for not doing well, but Jimmy, he got shut down right along with Kyle Shanahan's play calling. That's why the Chiefs were able to overcome a 10-point lead within 6 minutes. So, this is what's going to happen. That's why the 49ers are building that defense like they are. They know. Every team in the league should know. You can be as good offensively as you want, like Peyton Manning against the young Hawks that year. Peyton Manning's a legend. Hawks put him out of his misery early in that game, and they won a Super Bowl. So, that's what's going to happen this year, and it's going to happen next year, the next year, and the next year. Ask Aaron Rodgers. For 10 years, he's been trying to get yeah, that's the way it works.
Yeah. Again, you don't need the best quarterback in the league to win a Super Bowl.
He's usually
Everybody
irrelevant.
wants that. Obviously, you do want that.
But you got to get there, though. You got to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or get to the playoffs.
And I think Trey Lance is going to put this team in a really good position. I think in terms of what the two quarterbacks did, I like comparing Jimmy and Trey. I think Trey's going to do a lot more contributing to winning than Jimmy did, because it is true Jimmy's stats were not that good, especially during the playoffs. So you could say that in terms of contributing to winning, Lance could be better, and I think he will be better. I think Lance is going to be able to run the ball a little bit better. He's obviously going to help the run game. It's not going to be shut down as easily. I think more areas of the field are going to be opened up that Jimmy just couldn't hit. And even if it was Kyle limiting him, I cannot believe that the best offensive mind in football would limit his offense for Jimmy G. Obviously, you want to play to the player's strengths, but why limit the offense to only the middle of the field? To me, just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, but you got to look at the players you got overall too, not just the quarterback. Eric, this is a good subject. We're going to have to continue this tomorrow, though. We ran out of time. The clock's moving quick. All right.
Hi, Ronbo.
I'll see you tomorrow, Eric. I'll be back because practice is going to be tomorrow too. All right, fam. Appreciate you.
All right. I'll get you later. See you.
All right. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Ronbo, how are you, Mike?
Fabulous. I know you got a lot of comedians. It's something people think I'm like them, that I hate. For those of you in the chat, ooh, Ron looks sad. Ooh, he looks devastated. Ooh. Stop it. I'm a 49ers fan who likes to see the team win. I'm just talking football, so your imagination needs to get under control and stop. Brian, I am fabulous tonight. I can't wait for the season to get started. I've cleaned off my wall, and we're going to put another new guy in there. As I said, we're going to put up a legend, a retired legend. So But Brian, what do you think? Now we've made the move. We told Trey that you're the guy, and they actually told the media too, so they can stop. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm a little. I've seen the press conference, and I do think it's Trey's team. I've always thought that's the direction they were going with this year, and they definitely came out and they said, this and that. His injury held him back from getting traded and stuff. But then at the end, they said they're not going to cut him.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So,
not
letting this just die. It's not just ever ending. It's, we're going to keep him. Well, how long are you going to keep him? Oh, we're going to keep him until week 1. If somebody tries to trade for him, we got him. I think they're holding him for the backups.
I don't think.
I think they're holding for the backup.
You really think so? That's a lot of money
I
to
think
pay
they are,
for a
because
backup.
Why are they going to not just let him go? Oh, we don't want him going to Seattle now. Okay, that's what I don't want to happen. You don't want it to happen.
You and I,
but really, like if he passed his physical today, and Shanahan, you've seen him in the offense and stuff. He was clearly mad at Jimmy. There's been times where he threw an interception and guys, cussed out on the sidelines. Mm-hmm. The Niners have come out several times and made references that they're moving on with Jimmy. Then move on with him. But you come out today and you say, we're not going to cut him.
I can tell you why I could just realize why you don't say that, because if you do, then those who do want Jimmy, and contrary to what people believe, there's some people out there that do want Jimmy Garoppolo. He's nowhere near as bad as we 49er fans think so. So if you cut him, we'll wait. Okay. Because we don't have any money. We can't afford any $26 million contract. We're not giving you players or draft picks for 1 year. So what they do, if the 49ers continue to say that, hopefully they can bluff their way until September. Because Kyler said Jimmy's out. He didn't expect Jimmy to even work out with them, right? They're going to bluff their way in, and somebody will finally say, all right, guys, let's get it. Well, how about a 5th-round pick? Come on, John, you're going to cut him anyway. And they'll make the deal. 49ers will probably take that.
Not there you go again, in a derogatory way, but the Niners know if they hold him, they get a 3rd next year. So I think the league is going to make the Niners.
I forgot about that.
I think the league is going to make the Niners eat their hand this time. They're going to hold him, and they're going to hold him and hold him, and then they're not going to let him practice, so he's not going to get injured. Yeah, and then what? He's going to go on the PUP list. He's going to go on the IR.
Oh yeah, you put him on the IR.
He's not going to be suited up. Are you going to make him the quarterback 3 and not suit him up week 1? He's not going to come to the team and say, renegotiate my contract. I don't want to make $27 million. He's not going to do that. And no one's going to take on his contract at that point.
And it's definitely not going to give you any assets. Yeah.
No one's giving any assets for him. Everybody said, now there's speculation. The Falcons want him. The Texans want him. Nobody wants him right now. The only team that might possibly want him is Seattle, and that's for free.
For free.
Maybe the Browns, but now they have Rosen though, so maybe they don't want Jimmy anymore.
Well,
and they got Brissett over there too. So,
but Brian, the thing is, if I'm a team like these teams and I can get Jimmy for whatever I can pay, whatever we agree to, hell yeah, they'll take him. What Jimmy does do for a team is I don't know, maybe it's a false sense of we got this or something like that. But look at how our locker room rallied around Jimmy. When he first came, our team was crap. And Jimmy got him in there, and they played way above their heads. And he's got pedigree. He comes from one of the greatest franchises and played for one of the greatest coaches in history. He worked behind Brady. He's got this for him. He comes in. He's got that mentality, that Patriot mentality. He can help your team like he did ours. The only problem he has is he can't stay off of the injury list. But the thing is, I think a lot of teams would rather have Garoppolo than who they picked up for cheap weeks ago.
So then, okay, there you go. If we were going to, if he gets released, and he goes somewhere else, he's not going to be making $27 million.
No, nobody can afford that.
He won't be making that 7.5 injury clause. Mm-mm. So what would you, if you're another team, sign him for? What is his value? $8 million? $9 million? Or is he worth less than that?
No, he's not going to sign. I would say, Jimmy, let me give you 15. And listen, here's the story. How about some incentives that could get you up to
20 for 1 year or 2 years?
For this 1 year. I say, because if he's going to, no, you know what? That's too much because he's not going to start. Jimmy's got, 10. You're right. Because he can't start for at least 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, he's going to be on the PUP list. And then the Niners are going to still have him on the team. And the Niners are going to hope like hell somebody comes, and gets hurt. And it's going to come around all the way to the end of the season, and he's still going to be on the team.
You still got to pay him, though, Brian. That's why I think they're bluffing. They got to pay him the whole. If he's there from day one, he gets paid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
If the Niners really wanted to cut him, they would have done it already.
Yeah, why? If anything, they owe it to him. All right, Jimmy, listen, you know the situation here.
They got to do it the right way.
We're going to let you go.
They got to do it. They got to totally do it the right way, because if they don't, then they're going to piss off the rest of the team. What? Someone gets a big, high-paid contract, and this year's it's time to cash out, and then you go and cut him, and you cut him, and he doesn't even get on a team somewhere else.
That's the thing, right?
I mean, that's just going to be the mentality. Everybody loves Jimmy on the team, so whatever the Niners organization does to him, the players are going to view it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm glad it's Trey's time. I'm glad it's Trey's, start, and I'm glad everybody can get behind him and, let's get really excited about it.
Let's get back to playoffs,
let's hold off on calling him. Yeah,
right.
But let's hold off on calling him like King Lance and all this, the guys played 2.5 games.
When you see me rolling my eyes, Chad, that's what I'm rolling my eyes about. Right, we're going to run out of time.
If he goes all the way, more power to him. Go Niners. But
yes.
let's not put that pressure on him yet. So, hey, thanks for calling in. And if anybody wants to help put a new fat head up on Ronbo's board back there, go to my Twitter, and I'll put it in the chat. And we're definitely getting donations. So if anybody wants to help, we're going to put a fat head up there really soon. So once again, it's Trey area time, everybody. Thanks, Ronbo. Have a good night.
You too. Give my best to the family. All right. All right. So everybody wants to come in tonight and give their 2 cents on this situation. We're going to get to the phone. If I say we got to go, we probably really do. Nothing to do with Trey. I mean, because I know Trey. Because I said something about Jimmy. No, a lot of people want to say something tonight. Sean, thanks. Come on, Ronbo, put up Nick, Debo, or Trey. No, and no. I've made it clear the reasons why I'm not putting up anything but retired legends. I'm sorry, guys. That's the way it is. Save your breath. I'm not going to do anything else. All right. Oh. Jerry, come on in. Although I do I think Nick will retire with us. Jay, come on in.
Ronbo.
Jay,
Right?
you got your dream come true, Jay? Yeah.
My dream? What dream was that, Ronbo?
Oh, well, all season how you was complaining about Jimmy. Well, he's out. You know what? Well, hey, Jay, here's the thing, though. You know how every game for the last 3 years, last 2 years, every game, the first thing we would talk about is how awful Jimmy is. Now, what are we going to do this year? I haven't thought about that yet, though. Because you can't. Oh, you know what? You're going to have the other page. The haters, the Jimmy haters versus the non-Jimmy haters now. I ain't going to be a part of it because I told you that ain't my style. But now, those who like Jimmy and don't want to hear from the trade club, they're going to be in here. And I'm going to be the referee the whole night. Well, what do you think? How do you think this is going to work out? Because Jimmy, no more Jimmy to kick around. Who do we go after now? Kyle. It's going to be Kyle. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
my mind's racing.
You're talking about like Jimmy. What's it called? Being bad in week 1.
Jimmy,
you said something about.
No, I said how every game we lost last year, everybody merge on Jimmy. I mean, no matter what anybody else in the game did, it's all Jimmy's fault, right? So now, if we lose a game, we don't have a whipping boy. Who's going to be the new whipping boy?
Yeah. I mean, it's still going to be people who trash on Trey, probably. If we lose, yeah, most definitely. But, no, I'm actually excited for the season, because Kyle made it clear that, Trey is going to be the starter. And, I'm happy that he said that. So, yeah, and, so tomorrow's a training camp, right?
Yeah, I mean, they physically, they're going to go out there and run around. I don't know if they're going to put on pads though. Maybe no, it's too. They got to wait a few minutes for that. I forget how this goes.
I think that's in Friday or Saturday, something like that. But
it is going to be that soon though, because we got a preseason game coming up soon. So they can't wait too long. You're right.
When is that preseason game?
That's I need to check the schedule too. Anybody know the first preseason game? It's early in August, I think.
Yeah. But wait, in the when they put on the pads, do they tackle during those days or what? Or no?
You know how it is. Guys, remember we're on the same team out here. No throwing people on the ground. You know what they don't do? There's no tackling people to the dirt.
Oh.
Well,
it kind of sucks, but I'm just kidding. Nah, but about Jimmy, we're still gonna keep him in the team or something. I don't know why, because we're trying to get a draft pick out of Jimmy, I guess. But
they'll hold him until September.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna hold him until before the season starts, and then I think we're gonna cut him. To be honest, Or
They have to.
what could if that if we keep him, that would just be dumb, because he just costs way too much money. It doesn't make sense to keep him.
Especially if you're
And
not going to use him. What's he doing there
yeah.
playing $26 million to sit? I mean, come on. D Ford's already. How much money's D getting for it? He's sitting at home. At least Jimmy might be on the field.
I think D Ford's gonna get cut though because John Lynch said something today. Yeah, we're trying to do something, but I think we're trying to not cut Jimmy yet because let's be honest, the Seahawks are probably more interested in getting Jimmy for free.
They need to pay.
It would make sense.
They need to pay, and the 49ers need to collect something. So we're not giving them away for free, apparently, is what they're thinking. So, you either give us a compensation or something. Don't ask us to pay part of his salary. We're not doing that either. So, they handle this whole situation a little strangely to begin with. So we'll see.
Yeah. I highly doubt it. We're going to get a draft pick for Jimmy because, he is injured and I'm sure no one wants to pay all that money for that.
No.
For our injured
That's
quarterback.
first and foremost.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this season and just can't wait. What happens tomorrow in training camp? Let's see what happens. It is just training camp, but I'm just so excited, Ronbo. You have a good one, okay?
Yeah, short and sweet with JD. All right, Jay. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay. See what the players look like. Okay. All right, night, fam.
You have a good day. Bye.
And here comes Jimmy's favorite fan, Dion. Come on in, D. Huh? Oh. Split Difference says, here's my donation. Put Jerry or Roddy. That's Split. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what's going to happen. Thank you for the contribution. Clinton Peterson says, you think Kinlaw will be a bust? No. I actually think Grant Cohn has turned him into what could be an absolute monster. Looking forward to what Kinlaw does. All right. Now bring D in. What is D? Dion. Maybe D had to step away for a second. We'll come back to him. And I guess we got something else. Tony Nagatani in the blue waters of Hawaii. Planet Tony, it's football time, Ronbo. Let's go. Yes, yes, and yes, yes, yes. Can't wait, Tom. Can't wait. Hey, Clarence.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Clarence, man, we're just looking at the season about to start before you know it. The guy's going to put on pads probably this weekend. And then we're going to play it's looking good. Man. What do you think, Clarence? We made this change. It's official. It's clear. It's trade time.
It is trade time. So this is what tells me two things from the press conference today. Kyle and John, you gotta earn their money now. So now they got what they want. It's time for them to earn their money.
I hadn't thought about that.
Number two, when he told everybody today, he also told the team Trey's the number one, and there's no more questions to be asked, no more questions to be. It's all black and white now at this point. So I'm thinking, that's there we go.
Clarence,
it's game time.
I want to say one thing about that though, that they did wait until now. What would be the reason for that? There's always something going on in my mind with the 49ers and these silent moments and what are they doing? You could have told these guys that. And George and the guys said they kind of felt this was going to happen the whole time. But why wait? What was the point? What were you guys thinking? Did something not go in the direction you wanted it to other than you didn't make a trade for Jimmy? Okay. So, still, you knew you were going to start a trade, right? Or did you not? And then today...
No, I'm pretty sure they knew. I just think as far as...
but why wait to tell us?
Housekeeping for the roster, or maybe just clean slate basically instead of clean. Like I said, because after the mini camp, everybody went their separate ways, did their training and whatnot. I figured he figured telling them today, the
Was a
first
better
day of
time.
camp,
Well.
this is it. This
Yeah.
is the way it is. You know, it's like no speculation, nothing like that. So,
You know, Clarence, I bet they told them a long time ago, this is for the media's benefit today. You know what? The rest of the team has been known for a long time. I just realized that's exactly what happened. And now the media can
very
stop,
well be, like I said,
stop guessing, stop speculating, stop writing your articles. Trey's the quarterback, okay? So grow up, children.
They let everybody know. And so hopefully they don't ask again. So, and as far as Jimmy, I hear people saying, "Oh, we're going to keep him." No, we're not. We're not going to keep him because, like I said, as soon as that 53-man roster is built,
Jimmy be on
that's it. If he's on that roster, he's owed 26 whatever plus million.
Yeah, and that's not going to.
If he's not on that roster, yeah, exactly. So he's going to get traded or cut.
But you can't announce a release too soon. You want to see if you can get anything. But every GM in the league knows better, Clarence. I'm not. If I'm an owner, I sit back and say, "Don't you make that move? You know what they're doing. Just wait until September, and we'll be fine if we don't. But wait till September, and we'll get them on our terms, not theirs. It's a game they're playing. For what? Everybody knows. Even I know. We know. That's what they're doing.
Right. It is also they're unfortunately kind of banking on somebody to get injured, and then they're
at the
Jimmy's
mercy.
ready to go.
49ers mercy, I know. Because looks like we'd have to go to the 49ers. Pleading and begging on the phone. Oh, come on, John. How about a 4th-round pick? I got to pay him. John, by the way, that 26, you going to bail me? Are you going to help us out with that?
Nope.
They're not. Because they're going to wait till the next phone call.
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, hang on 1 second. Let me put you on hold real quick. Hey, these guys are offering, a 2 and a 5. Can you do any better?
Yeah.
I'll give you it'll be a good negotiation for sure.
But it's a game. It's a game.
It is. But like I said, as far as, we thank Jimmy. Jimmy did what he had. Jimmy did what he did here. Like I said, he took our team out of the abyss.
Deep down
and brought us back to prominence.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. He did his job. At this point in Jimmy's career, he's more of a backup and a bridge quarterback, especially with his injury history. Could he be a starter in the league again? Sure, but for us, no. So that's just, so it's time for him to, and he knows it. He said it at the very end of the season. He already knew he was going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
He just had to throw the wrench of doing the surgery, or else he would have been gone earlier. And then we would have.
Do you know him and Kyle have not talked since last season? So
I don't doubt that. Well,
there's an article. Yeah. So yeah.
So, but yeah, we're excited about the season. Can't wait for things to start. Probably tomorrow. I think Wednesday's. First availability for like people. So wellness practice and whatnot.
They're
So
not going to be
fun.
No media tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, because I know I think they got media all week long. Usually in the beginning of the camp, they let them out there. So I think we'll hear from them tomorrow.
As far as the people showing up.
Oh, bodies sitting on the sides.
Fans.
Yeah. I forgot about that. And hey, no COVID this year. Maybe you're right. Well, Clarence, we're going to run out of time. Seems like everybody wants to come in and hoop and holler. So let's see you tomorrow. All right.
Oh yeah, no worries, brother. Take care. God bless you.
Thanks, fam. Back at you. Hey.
All right.
And it's Dre, SF Dre. Dre, come on in, fam. Oh. Hey, I'm sorry. Tony. I'm getting mixed signals on my board. Tony, come on in, man.
Hello, Ronbo. Happy start of training camp. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. I just want football to hurry to get started. And Sean was a great way to get started tonight as he comes in and threatens us. We didn't know who Sean was. Sean comes in and threatens us right to start the program.
He must be so sad because the Seahawks' best player is retiring. Chris Carson. So
Tony, I don't know. I used to be concerned about Chris Carson. The guy's a battering ram.
He was a beast.
He was tough. So the Hawks took a huge loss on that one.
Yep. Upside for Rashad Penny dynasty fantasy owners, if there's anybody out there. But I tell you, it's really something when Seahawks fans come. It just goes to show you how I guess how lacking the Seahawks digital engagement is. If a Seahawks fan has to come on your show just to feel good about themselves.
No, Sean's a Cardinal fan.
Oh, he's a Cardinal fan.
Yes,
oh, my bad.
We're gonna play it.
Oof.
Yeah, he's gonna steamroll us in the NFC CG, and they're gonna host the Super Bowl and win it.
I don't know, man. I heard that quarterback doesn't study. I heard they had to write it into his contract that Kyler has to study mandatory on his own 4 hours of film a week. He's not doing it on his own. They had to write that into the contract. That's kind of
7 days. 7 days in a week, Tony. And I'm only gonna insist that he studied 4 days and he didn't know on his own that he maybe should do that. Oh, I didn't know this.
Well, it makes sense though, understanding the fact he's always just sort of buying time to throw it up and throw YOLO balls all the way up to DeAndre Hopkins. So it's not the recipe for success long term. So it's going to be fun to beat the Cardinals this year finally.
And yet he insists on getting paid more money, and he was adamant about it. I didn't know this about him, Tony. He doesn't like to study. What kind of quarterback doesn't like to study? That is crazy.
I don't know. I really don't know. He got paid though. He got paid, and he's athletically gifted, but he's. But I don't know. If we had reports of Trey Lance not studying, we would be livid.
Yeah.
But Cardinals fans, I feel bad for them because their organization is not very good. The Bidwells are not great owners, and anyway, I feel bad for Cardinals fans worse than Seahawks fans. So.
It's Kingsbury's offense. Maybe Kyle is right. What am I going to study? And there's nothing to study.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a great day for 49ers fans too, Ronbo. I mean, the injury report looks pretty darn good. As
for a
it
change.
is right now,
it's not so loaded.
Just Verrett and Warner who aren't there, so that
and the draft pick.
And the draft pick, yeah. Well, he was a redshirt kind of pick anyway, from what I was reading. So one of those Kentavious Street kind of guys who are going to hopefully be able to bring along slowly and then could turn up into a high upside player later. But we shall see. If anything, though, defensive line is super duper deep, so I'm not really expecting too much out of any rookie that's coming in this year who was drafted that late, quite frankly. So but we're healthy. The team is ready to go. George Kittle was fired up today. Everybody, I'm just excited to start getting these camp reports starting to come back. And I mean, it's August 12th is the first preseason game.
Okay,
again,
I was thinking that it might be somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Friday against the Packers, so that'll be. It's preseason. It's preseason, and it's the first preseason
the excitement is I just want to see people that we don't know anything about. We already know about the guys that aren't. Or made the team. I just want to know about these new kids and what do they look like.
I'm curious about the running backs in the preseason because we're going to see a lot of Brock Purdy this preseason. But listening to Trey Sermon and how Kyle Shanahan was really impressed with how yoked up he showed up today. So you look at it: Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, Tyrion. We have a deep backfield, so that's the position group I am most intrigued about to look at this preseason is that running back room because we have a lot of talent up and down that roster.
Mm-hmm. And that running back room is going to be the reason why Debo is going to get his wish come true. I got a feeling between the three of them. And if Sermon's ready to roll, we are going to be really looking good. Just so right, Tony. So right.
Yeah. I'm really excited for those heavy sets this season. Like 2 tight end sets. A lot of that the 11 personnel sets with how many running backs we have, and honestly with Trey Lance, who is a power running back essentially, just given his frame. I don't want him running that way that they ran him in that first game last season. But that all being said, just the different sorts of run options that the 49ers are going to be able to do are going to be really interesting to watch, and I think it's going to really play to the strengths of the team, yes, but also having that versatile running attack is going to be really great for the offensive line. That might be a bit of a question mark this year because with the zone running scheme, the way that those offensive linemen get off the ball and run, in a premeditated fashion, not sitting back there, is going to play into some instability better than, some other running attacks. And with these running backs, just getting him off the spot is going to be good.
I do like it, Tony. Wait, let's take the production's getting back on time. It seems like everybody wants to say something. I appreciate Tony.
Ronbo.
I'll be back for the rest of the week, most likely. I'll be looking for
Sounds
you, okay?
great, Ronbo. Take care of yourself. Aloha.
You too. Thanks, Tony. Aloha. This is Tony. And NorCal Refrigeration HVAC says, Ronnie Lott Fathead, yes, can do. 4-2 has so much meaning in professional sports. So that makes sense. Yes, indeed. Vintage, classic. That's how that wall's going to look. It is Papa Ryan.
Yeah, it's gone. He's gone. This is so much.
Pull yourself together. It'll be okay.
False. I'm sorry. I was in the office.
Wait. Barack O'Leary says, wait, this is worth saying. Trey from VA has a naked pic of Pettis you can put up. I had to do it, Trey. Can you imagine? Pop, go ahead, Pop. Sorry to interrupt. We got some clowns, comedians amongst us all the time. Pop, you're one of them too.
I'm completely serious when I say this. That thank you, Jimmy, for all that you've done. And again, we still have an open invitation so that you can host Herogasm. That being said,
what?
That being said, you have not watched The Boys yet. I
haven't done it yet. I got it set up. I made a note, but yeah. God.
Hey, look, man. Look, only I can say is this. Kyle Shanahan is a son of a gun. He sat there and let all of us argue and stew for months. He knew exactly what he was doing.
See, that's what I was just saying a little while ago to Clarence. I said, what was the point of waiting until now?
Because he can.
Well,
that's why. You let everybody run their mouth.
Kyle is like that, though. He is. He likes to, I don't know what is up
some
with
of
that.
Some of it he's ignorant though too, because he doesn't do the social media thing. So I guess he took Ayuk and Trey out to lunch several weeks ago.
And got enlightened by some things about the tired arm and everything, or fatigued arm.
Yeah.
It's
like,
Kyle. And
really?
you admit that you didn't know nothing about this? Oh, Kyle, you got to keep up with some news now, at least a little bit.
That's because just because it's in the news, brother, doesn't mean it's news.
True, but you need to know what they're saying. At least glance at the headlines on occasion. At least so when Debo says, well, you know what? For Debo's sake, maybe it's a good thing he doesn't watch what's being said.
I'll tell you a quick story, because people like to gossip and they like to complain and they like to talk shit. So very recently in my community, a bunch of people have been over here fussing and going crazy about politics and gas prices and stuff like that. And a couple little things just to kind of wake them up a little bit. Like, hey, they're paying $8-9 a gallon of gas in Canada.
Europe. It's getting worse in Europe. Yeah.
I mean, we don't got nothing to do with that. What are you talking about? And of course, then when I actually show up to the function and I pull up in my brand new Tesla, they're like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
Be careful with that car. People wonder, I guess he's not having a problem with gas.
Yeah, the point is, Kyle's rolling the same way. He knows that if any news comes out of there, they're the ones that are leaking it, right? Yeah. And if something comes out of there and, someone starts running their mouth and they haven't even seen the kid throw the ball or they haven't been to practice. And, I think the bottom line is this, is that you got people out there like Grant Cohn, you got Hammered, a bunch of them that actually go to the practices and go to the OTAs and they do a really good job reporting on it. Do you really think that Grant Cohn is going to just sit there idly by if Trey Lance was screwing up? No, he's not, because he's not a fan of Trey Lance. He's not. If Trey Lance stinks, if Trey Lance stinks or if he sucks, trust me, Grant Cohn's going to be all over it.
Yeah.
Period. Watch. Because Grant just calls it like he sees it.
Yeah, that's what he does. He doesn't. He rarely lays out positives. But he laid out some positives for Trey last year, a lot. But that's because he doesn't appreciate Jimmy. So now he hasn't got anything to bump off of. It's going to be interesting to see what Grant does. Like you say, he's highly critical of every little thing.
He's going to get him. This is where Grant goes too far, is that he goes into the trolling territory. So, before you know, you just can't sit there and say, hey, man, this dude is not 100%. He's not healthy. Yeah. I don't know why the Niners, before you know, he's got an 80-year-old knee, and he's just going on. He just rides like he rode Lynch for half the season.
Doesn't know when to quit. Exactly. That's why he got jammed up by a 300 and God knows how many pound man that was not happy. It was frightening. Grant,
I'm just saying. This is one of those dudes, man, and here's the sad part. The sad part is that he's also one of those kind of cats that if you smack him in the mouth, you better break his jaw because he's still going to keep talking.
His lawyer is going to be calling you next, too. Grant, remember everybody accused Grant of trying to get Javon to beat him up so he could get paid? And then Grant did a whole show. Why would I do that? Grant, why not? The 49ers have to pay you a fortune.
But the point is that that's just the kind of cat he is. They're better off getting rid of their smartphones and just not dialing in. Especially Kinlaw needs to get a flip phone and a reel. Period. But
he needs to go to Kinlaw. I would say he needs to go to anger management, but he is a football player. I need for him to keep that edge, but he needs to control that temper as much as he can. Yeah, fam, look at we got 5 minutes now because apparently production says we got a lot of people on the phone. I'd rather talk to you. I see you tomorrow. We'll be back all week anyway.
We'll be back. Hey, make sure a lot of people here like and subscribe to Ronbo Sports and Kyler Murray. Hit those books.
The boy does not like to read. Fam, see you tomorrow, fam. Rakeem.
Read the plays.
Rakeem, good to hear from you. He says, hey, how are you, brother? Sorry to see G go. I am grateful for what he brought to the team and the success they had. I'm ready to see what the young kid can do. My guess is we will be back to the NFC Championship game in 2023. Let me get a So, Rakeem, thanks for that contribution too. This is my hope. People, Ronbo must be ready. Getting ready to hate on team. People confuse me with their own twisted personalities. I like this team, and I'm not going to hate on my quarterback. That's not my style. That's the style of others I will never adopt. Hey, 561, you out in Florida.
Ronbo, man, what's up, bro?
Yeah, Ice, that's you in it. I figured this is Florida. Ice is rolling around incognito.
Yeah, got shit going on, man. Got shit going on. You can say this one under your resume, under your Rolodex. That is.
I do know.
Nina, you can say this one under your Rolodex, man.
You know what? But now, Ice, the change has been made. And Ice, I asked questions. I asked a question earlier, tongue in cheek, sort of. But now Jimmy is not going to be around anymore for getting that whooping after every bad game or every loss. Who's going to get blamed? I have my two candidates, Kyle Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan. Am I right on that, or are they going to blame Aaron? No matter what, it's going to be the coaching staff, because if Aaron Banks ain't ready to play. If we don't get somebody to play right guard, because we should have got somebody from somewhere, because these right guards grow on trees, and add that to whatever you're going to say next. Go ahead.
You know what? If anything, if we lose game 2, a couple of games, whatever the case may be, if we take a loss, Kyle's going to be, in the hot. We already know that. That's going to be the first number one. The only way they're not gonna really blame Lance because they're gonna say lack of experience. That's gonna be another thing.
That's true this year, isn't it?
The reason why they lost because of lack of this experience, right? So, I'm not all in on. I don't think they're gonna lose a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that, I don't think the pressure is really on Trey Lance because if you look at it, most of the quarterbacks that we plug into that system and the talent he has around them, they very seldom lose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you think about it, win loss, and then it's the defense is so solid.
Yeah.
Then that's in the plus too. So I think people are forgetting that.
Because we look back at CJ and Nick, and you know what? The bad thing about CJ and Nick, a lot of those players were injured also when they were playing. So yeah.
Correct. So think of it this way. Let's hypothetically say, if CJ and Nick and those guys was at play with a healthy 49er team, they would have a lot of wins under their belt.
Yeah, you know what though? CJ couldn't see or something. You remember CJ was getting blasted on every snap? CJ couldn't make up his mind where he wanted to throw the ball. I don't think Trey's gonna have that problem. Nick was a little better. He could read and release a little quicker.
Nick was better, but he played under everybody was still hurt.
Yeah, but again,
you got to think about that.
But he beat the Raiders.
So
that's all.
When Nick,
he had Garcon, and that's all he needed. Yeah.
Yeah. So people have to think and remember this. When Jimmy went down, the rest of the team went down. Yeah. It seemed like. That's what it kind of seemed like.
Don't even talk. Don't talk about it because it may happen. I don't. We have this disease. The one guy goes down, and it domino in effect. Then they all go down. Damn.
Yeah. So I don't see that happening with this kid. I think that the reins has been passed to him for a reason. Kyle Shanahan is exuberating a lot of confidence in this kid. He said it in the press. He's been pushing for it. He did the right thing last year by letting him sit. He played him, which he really didn't want to play him. The Jimmy era is over. Let's put that behind us. Let's forget about last year. We're focusing on this year. Everything's all new. A lot more new pieces been added. The team is stronger now than it was before last year. Our strengths have become stronger now. The linebacker core is stronger. The defensive line is stronger. The back end, the secondary stronger.
You got polished
receivers. I'm not too worried about
out there as well. Not like
and we have a ton of receivers which we didn't have before. So I'm gonna tell you something which people got to remember is that if you look at Debo, Kittle, and Juice, that makes up a lack of a lot of the stuff where they're not going to have on the offensive line. Number one, because they all three of them can block, and they block very, very well. Then you got to think about this too. Our run schemes are so dynamic. We don't have to depend on that right side all the time. Now, another part we got to remember is too that Trey Lance is a mobile quarterback. He's not a guy who's just going to sit there. So if they get pressure on him, he's going to escape a lot of pressure. He's going to escape a lot of pressure. He's not going to take a lot of sacks. He might take a hit or two, but it's just going to be a total different dynamic. So now the run game is going to be equivalently even harder too. So you're looking at a whole different thing. People they can't scout this guy, a whole different dynamic. So I think we're going to see a very, very interesting offense compared to what we've seen normally. We'll see a lot more deep throws, a lot more off-scripted passing that we haven't seen in a long time.
You expect off-season? I mean, you expect off-schedule plays as early as this season, Dave?
Oh, for sure, it's going to happen. Okay. Oh, definitely. There's going to be a lot of. Kittle said it himself in the press conference. Like, there's going to be a lot of off-scripted plays because people don't realize you can't. When you snap the ball, the scripted play that you want to throw to is not going to always be there. So you might have to go off script because the pressure changes. Defenses are better, so you have to get rid of the ball within 3 seconds. If you get rid of the ball within 3 seconds, then now the play becomes on script. So you can't hold Debo for more than 5-10 seconds. You can't hold Kittle for 5 and 10 seconds. Juice check, all these other wideouts we got. You're not Danny Gray. You're not going to sit back and tell me if this kid if the play blows up, you don't think he's going to be able to make a play with that much talent on him? Think about that. Like, really, really seriously think about it. Either he's going to run at which that means everybody's got to play honest. Now it's a different thing. If they break down, if the line break down and he's in the pass play, the defense got to be honest because he can run the ball. Think about it. I'm not worried. I have no worries whatsoever.
You've almost got me convinced not to worry. I mean,
I'm telling you, think about it, man.
I'm really concerned about
common
this.
sense, man. People watch football, bro. If you look in the NFL now, from the Lamar Jackson to the Patrick Mahomes, they get better plays when it's all scripted than it is when it's scripted.
I know, Ice, but you know who else has that ability last year and led the league in sacks? The kid over in Chicago. You know what? I really, and I'd bet on this, there's going to be a lot of conservative plays going on at the beginning of the season, but we'll see. But Ice, we're going to
tell you, man, I'm telling you, make my prediction again. I know we sure at least.
Well, let's make that agreement
again,
tonight.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, we're going to go we're going to win between 12 to 14 games.
I hope so.
With him.
Well,
I'm telling you, ain't no hope so.
That means a good
season. And another thing, man, I don't know what they're going to say too, man, to everybody. Baltimore, pay the man, Lamar, man. Stop all the BS. Pay the man.
He needs to get an agent.
Come on, let's be real.
You know what? They're gonna bully him and pick on him. He needs an agent. Anyway, let me see tomorrow, Ice. All right.
All right, man. Tonight game, we gonna be good, man. Trey Lance, 32 touchdowns, about 38 yards in passing, about 40 yards in rushing. That's the prediction. Stick with it.
All right, I like it.
All right, fam.
Night, Ice.
Later, bro.
Big Ham.
Tell me about it, Ronbo.
Big Ham, we've made the switch. As you know, there's a large contingent of people that are just delighted. Big Ham, hold on a second. I just got something flashed in front of me. Champagne, Garoppolo was mobile until he blew his ACL. Even after the ACL, people have this picture in mind that Garoppolo just stood there and didn't move every snap. But thanks for that contribution, though. Big Ham, as you know, the celebration is like a parade rolling down Market Street after a Super Bowl win in San Francisco. Everybody has no doubt that Trey is just going to come in and smoke the league. I want to believe that, but I need to see it a little bit. How are you feeling about this?
I'm going to breathe deep.
I thought
and
that's what
exhale. I didn't want to say this on air, but I'm going to light up this spliff. And a lot of people is going to get mad when they hear me say this, Ronbo. NFC championship for the season is a bust. You can't make me believe anything else. Even with a messed up finger, a messed up shoulder, as long as his legs was healthy and he was in the game, Jimmy G took us to the NFC championship. No question. There's nothing you can say about that. If we can't make it that far, all of this 12-4, all of this monkey jive means nothing if you go out here and get bounced in the first round like Dallas.
Ooh.
It means nothing. You had a good season. We got over-exaggerated. And this time next year, we're going to be saying, well, yeah, we go. Hey, man, I don't want to hear all that, man. It's amazing to me, though, that, Kyle and them have always been secretive about everything. And here it is to start a training camp, and they're going to just automatically come out and say, Trey's the starting quarterback.
Huh?
Can you find that strange?
I just questioned. I said, why did they wait until now now. This could have been announced a long time ago. But then I thought about it, and they're trying to get something for Jimmy G, so they didn't want anybody to know. Because everybody was sitting up and wants Jimmy G. Oh, they're going to have to release him soon. There's no way in hell they're going to go into the season and pay him $26 million unless he's started. And but Kyle already shot himself in the foot by saying today what he said then. So I don't get it. I really don't get it.
So this is the question. What is folks going to say if Jimmy G is still on the roster? Week 1.
I know what I think, but I go, well, you go ahead and say what I'm thinking, because I know what you're thinking. We're thinking the same thing.
I don't want the faithful man with me.
Put it this way. I didn't throw away my Jimmy Flathead. I just rolled it up. See, the fact of the matter is, if Trey does somehow, we can't go at a losing season next year. And if people don't think, if Jimmy's on the roster, that they will put him back in a heartbeat, Jed's going to the pressure's on a lot of people in an organization right now. You made that switch. You didn't want to extend Jimmy. Just 2 out 3 years, we've been relevant. We would have been 3 years if we got hurt in 2020, right? So this better work, guys.
I believe if he hadn't got hurt, he went to the Super Bowl, he got hurt the next year, and then we went back to the NFC Championship. I believe if he hadn't got hurt that year, we would have at least made it to the NFC Championship 3 years in a row.
And would have won the Super Bowl this year. Again, though, Jimmy getting hurt, though, him. That's the thing. If he could stay healthy, the Rams know they can't beat Jimmy. And that's why I said the table is set. We got this. But then the shoulder and the hand. And then you got Trent Williams running up and down the field with a broke leg. So I said, you know what, this is... And they still only beat us by 3 points.
I mean, we hobbled into the playoffs, Ronbo. There's no. I mean, we was broke up early in the year. So we hobbled into the playoffs. Even hobbling in, we still went deep into the playoffs. So I'm not even looking that far right now. I'm being honest with you right now, Ronbo. The main thing I want to see is who survives week 1. We got a lot of talent on the team, but training camp and preseason, injuries. You always get a lot of people to get injured. I don't know about this Danny Gray kid. I hope that he will be good. But somehow we either get a dude that can run and can't catch, or can't run and can catch. So,
he better be able to catch. They scouted him. He better be able to catch.
Well, like you said earlier, we always blowing out hamstrings or something. So
every year,
I'm interested
every speedster
in
does
seeing
that.
who is going to make it to week 1, and more importantly, who can stay healthy enough. And, because football is a real physical sport, so who can stay healthy enough?
It's hard to do.
Get to week 17, man. Yes, it's real hard. A lot of the rookies, like Danny Gray, unless he really know how to keep his body in good, healthy condition, it's going to be hard. Some people we might not be looking at the end of the year.
Oh. No. BM, don't do this. We gotta go though, because everybody wants to say something.
It's just the reality of it. It's just the reality of the sport.
I know. I hate to look at it that reality sometimes when it comes to injuries, because we've seen it be realized too many times.
Hey, we as an organization and as a fan base have been plagued by injuries. So I'm just praying and hoping that we can get through a season where we have 90% of our team at least.
Guarantee you a Super Bowl then. Even no matter Trey's experience or not, if 90% of that team stays healthy, I still think they can pull it off, because that's just how good they would be. Anyway.
And one last thing before I go, Ronbo. The best thing that's going to help Trey is going to be the defense.
Always. No matter who the quarterback is. People misunderstand that.
No matter who the quarterback is.
But BM, I'm going to be back tomorrow. Let's see what's being said about these guys tomorrow. All right. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, Ronbo. Be safe, brother.
You too. Be help. Night, fam. And Chapin also says the O-line is my biggest worry. They got to fix it. Chapin, there's nothing they can do now. All they can do is put them out there and see what they look like. Everybody's concerned about that. No, because they're a mystery. We have no idea what they're going to look like. We don't know nothing about Aaron Banks other than he's bigger than Trent Williams. We don't know nothing about Jake Brindle. He's new. And we already know Brunskill's over the right, but we do know enough about Brunskill to be worried. And is Michael Lynch ready to really play? Oh, my Lord. Woo! But it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Jason knows. Jason, is it gonna be all right? How you doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We're stacked. I have faith that this is the best team I've seen in a while as far as depth goes. Not personnel, as far as starters, just depth.
Yeah, we're not just top heavy.
2020,
except for the tight ends.
A guy got injured and it was over.
Yeah.
You know, we got a lot of depth. I'm kind of concerned about our backup QB situation. And if Kyle chooses to use Trey like a fullback, like Kyle's fucking stupid.
I don't think he's going to do that. There's no way he does that.
Don't just
That's
run
too
him
big a
up the
risk.
middle like a running back. The object of this game is to protect your quarterback, not have him run up the middle. Now, I would like to see him run when it's openings. I don't really like the designed runs, like not that way. It's going to cause an injury, man. I don't like that. Do the Mike Vick thing, drop back when it ain't there, take off. That's it.
But stay away from the Cam Newton football, because I'm not sure who told Cam to run when he used to run, but Cam come racing around in big, wide, arcing runs and come driving into the end zone. I said, you know what? They gonna break his neck sooner or later. Cam's a big dude, but my God,
it happened to RG3 under Kyle's watch. Kaepernick that year that what's this guy who started over him under Tom Sula's system?
Blaine Gabbert.
Gabbert. Kaepernick had 3 different injuries that year, 2016.
And nobody knew about it till the end of the season.
Right. So that's from running all this running back stuff. But what I wanted to touch on today is I hear a lot of stuff about Brandon Ayuk underachieving. We understand he was in some kind of doghouse early on in the season last year.
That's how the media put it.
What number 2 receiver do you know in the league?
He's happy.
That had 800 and something yards. Is that a bad thing? I'm saying that's an off year.
I'm so glad you said that. People keep giving me a hard time. I said, look, man, I don't know. Y'all complaining. Well, Jimmy wouldn't throw the ball to him. How you get 800 yards and Jimmy didn't throw the ball to you? I don't understand that, y'all. What kind of math is that?
This Grant Cohn guy talking about, well, it looks like he bulked up and he's lifting weights. Yeah, his muscles is getting more defined, but he's definitely a guy that I've seen all year. He's like Debo. He's like a baby Debo sometimes. This guy Ayuk is the truth. And then I had Kittle this George. On an off year, George Kittle had 900 yards. He's a tight end. That's an off year. Please have more off years.
You can't, because Debo's doing a lot of work out there last year. That's going to subtract the math from everybody else.
We ain't never happy with nothing.
No.
With nothing. Elijah Mitchell. There's questions about him. I don't understand. He was injured from being overused.
Yes.
But
yes.
As a rookie, he almost broke 1,000 yards. What else do you want from your rookie running back?
I mean, come on, man.
I'm like, right now we're in great shape. We're in great shape with Mitchell, Ayuk. I'm really, really interested to see who outside of Jennings is going to step up. Jennings might be a diamond in the rough, it appears, man.
Hey,
we might be seeing like a Megatron and don't even know it. He's everything Jalen Hurd was supposed to be. As far as running after the catch, he has sure hands. He has the size.
He's Jalen and Kendrick Bourne. When you need that clutch receiver, everybody else is covered. Yeah. Blanket. He said, "Where's John? Where's Juwan? He's open in the end zone. Bam! Oh!" It's a loving Kendrick used to do that.
I like
Jennings did that.
What you said earlier is really what I wanted to touch on too. McGlinchey, he's really a key in a lot of ways that if he's not the first round number 9 overall pick that he need to be, that's a lot of money we're eating with him. And he could actually make this O-line solid if he plays solid ball. But our O-line has been a problem, man. I think that's what happened to Jimmy Garoppolo. When you really look at all the lowlights, Jimmy's highlights are great. We all saw those. But look at when he's making drastic, wild decisions, it's because somewhere between the center and left or right guard, Laken Thomason was solid run guy, but the passing, I've seen a lot of guys getting in there on the center to the right guard side and the right tackle side all day. So Jimmy,
every snap,
kind of is a byproduct of poor O-line play, and nobody's really. I'm not here to defend Jimmy. He's pretty solid to me. I'm not a hater, and I'm not really amazed he doesn't blow me away.
You're just looking at the situation as it was, and that's all I've always asked of people who constantly, he ain't doing it. I said, you know what? Did you even watch what was going on out there? I said that's not right. So he's gone now. So
the caller earlier said that we don't have to have a good O-line because we got Kittle and Kyle Juice. I disagree with that. You need an O-line. Ask Tom Brady about this.
Yeah.
Any good team, unless you're going to have a Russell Wilson guy who's running all over them and creating.
And the guys out in the field know what to do with that. We haven't had. We need. He's got to get used to that. Our receivers got to get used to that. If we're going to play backyard Russell Wilson style football, they got some work to do to be able to get that down. That's not going to happen overnight. But anyway,
Trey is going to shock the world, man. I'm going to end it on that.
I expect him to do well. He's got a good coach as long as he can get it done and everybody can execute. But
he's going to shock the world.
It's going to take a minute
to get it downfield. Yeah. If we have the blocking and the run scheme, because the run scheme, is going to create the time he's going to need.
Agreed,
the running game success, and we could just go downfield and hit these Ray McLeod guys and all of that.
And I forgot about Ray. Jason, we got to go though. Always appreciate you. You never bring anything weak to the table. I love it. All right. See you. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, man.
Have a great night. All right, Jason at the JOB. Yo, Slick, come on in, Slick. Slick, can I get a hell yeah? Is he having audio
49 faithful?
Yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Rambo?
Slick, I'm telling you, man, it's good to hear from you again because you took off the whole offseason like a civilized person should do. The rest of us lost their damn minds. But Slick, it's great to hear from you. What are you thinking?
I can't with sometimes with these cats that they just like run their mouth and they're just hating and hating and hating. They'll find something to hate on, you know what I mean?
Always. That's what Jason was just talking about. Slick, I had that conversation. I quit. I get beat down sometimes to the point I say, what is the point of arguing with this fool? We got receivers that did well all over the field. And now people go after Jimmy after we had a 1,000-yard receiver plus 1,000-yard receiver, another nearly 1,000-yard receiver. George Kittle almost pulled down 1,000 yards. How many? Are we going to have a 3,000-yard receiver? 1,000-yard receiver per player this year? I don't know why we need to complain about that kind of thing. It's just amazing to me. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, they're all going to have at least 1,000 yards.
Well, that'd be nice.
This offense is going to be explosive. 49ers are going to be the highest scoring team in the NFL. You heard it here first. And the O-line does have a lot to do with it. If the 49ers could have 2019 type of O-line to give Trey time, this team is going to win 14 plus games. Easy.
14-3? All right.
At least 14.
Like I said, because the mobility, because I don't know about the Bears, but remember that last year, and Justin is nobody's stand-around quarterback. Justin gets on his horse as soon as the ball is snapped, just about, right? Dude set a record in the first 4 or 5 weeks for sacks. I believe he was up in the 40s. So I said, It takes more than mobility to escape sacks. Defenders know how to do that. You gotta get things right. Anyway, Kyle knows that, so they got to be working on some things. But go ahead.
Yeah, this team's gonna be explosive. With I can't wait to see Drake, the Freak
Oh
Jackson,
yes, I
like,
keep forget about him.
and then
Good
also
things being said about him,
Sosa,
Slick. Ah.
Kinlaw. It's like they're all gonna eat. I mean, this team is stacked. We're like so deep. We got so much depth. The only
We
thing
can
that
actually
does
afford
concern me is the O
injuries.
line.
Ah.
Yeah, the O line is the only thing that concerns me. The only thing,
It concerns
because we're
everybody,
gonna
man. That's
we're gonna figure it out when it comes to like the secondary, like the shark role that was gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be Bobby
Oh,
Womack's
slot
grandson or.
coverage. Yeah, that's another
Hmm.
spot that's a question mark.
Yeah, but and you could tell Papa Troll, whatever his name is or whatever, he don't listen to Grant Cohn's show because Grant Cohn's like the biggest Trey Lance fan. He was like pulling for him last year. Like he said, he
Well, you
looked
know,
way better than Jimmy in training
but
camp.
you,
So
but Slick, he was talking about his point was that Grant's going to tell you how he feels. Now, I do wonder myself if Trey does have a couple of workouts that may be less than perfect. Will Grant write it up? You know how he has the good, the not good. And you see the
oh yeah,
names and what they
yeah,
did. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. He's like the
Maybe
biggest
Trey doesn't make
critic
that
too.
list this year, but Grant will put him in there.
He don't bite his tongue. I will give him that.
Yeah,
He speaks his mind. So I
yeah.
actually respect that at least. But he's like one of them obnoxious students from school and stuff that you can't stand. He be talking a lot of shit and like you just want to beat him up. So I mean I get that from Grant, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
And Javon Kinlaw did too. See, but I think that kind of changed Grant a little bit. He seems to have eased up a little bit. I noticed. Could be my imagination, but some players don't like to hear that, and some like to go to social media. I think Grant sometimes thinks they don't read it. Boy, Javon scared everybody. Scared me just watching the video.
Calling him baby nuts.
Oh man, the food flying all out of his mouth. I never seen a man open his mouth that wide to talk to begin with, and he's up right. Jesus Christ! If Grant was right there, it'd be like an alligator. Bam! Just ate him up. Oh, So, God, you gotta.
Yeah, apparently he's not the one. So I mean, we'll see if he's the one when it comes to the field. Because we need him to like have a great year. So
I hope so.
You think I'm scared of you,
give Grant
Javon?
all the credit too. If Javon has a great year, I'm gonna give Grant got him fired up.
oh yeah, like this running game is gonna be explosive. This wide receivers are gonna be explosive. So I can't wait. I think we're gonna do really good.
Yeah.
You think I'm scared of you, Javon?
Is that Grant?
You gotta retire early.
Oh God, man, you know how many guys it would take both Trey and Aaron, the two biggest guys on the team, to pull Javon off. Oh my goodness, y'all grab him, y'all. Hey, Juice. George, get over here quick! Oh God, that'd just be nasty.
I'll leave you with this, but I actually think that a Razorback gorilla could actually beat the bear. So I'm rolling with Trey Williams.
Hey, I wish I knew more about the Bears defense because last year they was okay. Now they made some changes. I don't know. What I'm really curious about though is Justin. He learned a lot last year taking on them lumps. Remember that game, that highlight reel? It was frightening. He got hit so hard. I said, "Damn, that's got to be not one concussion but two." He didn't see that coming. Those are the hits that kill you the worst, right? So he's gonna probably be a little different this year. That first game is going to be interesting, Slick. Maybe.
I was talking about George Kittle's opening statement, but yeah, I mean we should easily be like 14-3 this year, and I think we're going to be the first team to go 3-peat back to back to back Super Bowls. That's what I
All
think.
right. For the
On
next
that
3
note-
years, huh? All right.
Yes, sir. All right,
I
Rombo.
like that. Slick,
Have a good
always
night.
great to hear from you. All right, fam. Have a good night. Be back tomorrow if you got time.
All right, Rombo. Have a good one.
You too, fam.
Good Niners.
Oh, man. I'm loving it. All the fam coming back. Man, guys I haven't talked to in such a long time. Clarence Molina. Donations to the Frankie G. Fathead, kind of very mandatory study time per week equals 1/4 of Trey Lance's study time per day. You know, this is the thing about that organization. I got to pay you to study as a quarterback. I'd really have a problem with that. I don't know why. I'd say, I understand we've stipulated to give us at least 4 days of comprehensive homework, but listen, I really hope that you take upon yourself as a quarterback, a leader of this team, to know more than the guy that's playing on my defense about the offense, all right? Just to let you know. I guess you kind of sound like you got an attitude. I'm just, just saying. God, that's scary. Hey, fly guy. Fly guy.
What's good?
It looks like everything's good. Everybody, the happiness is all about. Most people are just delighted that we've done this. We got a new quarterback, and it is official. So Fly guy, how's this going with you mentally? What are you thinking? Because I always love to hear what the Fly guy is thinking.
Don't never believe Kyle and John, because from
he said this
the
before,
first interview Kyle gave, he can see Jimmy G being on the 49ers even as a backup, and that just to make team. I mean, so they can get a trade for him.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Now the teams is not going for it. They like that's BS. I'm not going for that. So now they put the ball back on Jimmy G court. They telling Jimmy G, hey, look, you passed the physical. Kyle came out and made it clear that Lynch is the starter.
Yeah.
So that's clear. You passed the physical.
Mm-hmm.
The ball is on your court now.
Mm-hmm.
So no team is calling yet. So what you want to do? We could probably give you a spot on backups team. And that's what they did. It's like Kyle just announced it at Jimmy G. Hey, you healthy? You pass the physical. This is the starter.
It's all
now,
up to you.
Take the backup job and take a pay cut with it.
But they know Jimmy's not going to get a back trade up. He's not going to do that. So what ends up happening is on September 1st, because you're not going to pay a backup $26 million anyway, right? I mean, I wouldn't. But the thing is, they shot themselves in the foot by saying what they did, though, because now if I'm waiting to get Jimmy, I'm not giving the 49ers nothing. You guys got to let him go in September. We know this. So this whole situation's been handled really stupid.
No, it's a strategy they planned. The reason Kyle announced that Trey Lance is going to be the starting quarterback is because now they want Jimmy G to know that, hey, you healthy. And Trey is the starting quarterback. That's Trey's team.
Yeah.
So now, and they told Jimmy G agent, go ahead and find a trade, whatever. So they putting the pressure on Jimmy G now. So when the season starts, you can't find no trade. What you gonna do, Jimly G?
But
we give you a pay cut. You back up Lance.
Oh, you think that's...
They don't want to cut Jimmy G for real.
Okay, so you think...
They don't want to cut Jimmy G.
We'll offer you this job. Well, maybe.
Think about it, Ronbo. Think about it. If you want to cut Jimmy G, you can cut him tomorrow, and the problem goes away. You cut Jimmy G, you done. Who do you think they want to cut Jimmy? They trying to look for opportunity. That means if no team call you by the time the season start, and we already say Lynch is the starter, so there's no competing here.
Yeah.
So either we're gonna give you a pay cut, take the backup job, or you be out of football.
Yeah.
That's what 49ers doing.
Yeah, because the thing is, he can't get on any team anyway because it's everybody's got their program started. You're gonna come in late in August, or I mean, as far as the preseason goes, you're gonna come in August, and we're gonna incorporate you on this team right away. I mean, he could he need 4 weeks to 5 weeks. He needs a month to even get into another team's offensive system, right? So I'm laughing about this whole thing because I said, this is really stupid. That's why I keep saying, what are the 49ers really doing? But Kyle already said what he said today. Now, if he does anything else other than what he said today, Kyle's going to get called out. Dude can't go to a restaurant with his family anywhere in the Bay Area because Kyle Shanahan, hey, what the hell was that you were talking about a few weeks ago? And what's this? You don't want to go through all that. So, I don't. Flacco, your theory is as good as any. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, Ronbo. It's obvious because think about it. Think about it. If you want to cut Jimmy tomorrow, you can wake up and be like, "Hey, Jimmy, I'm sorry."
2-3 weeks ago. Well, he had to pass the physical first.
Well, the reason you're not cutting Jimmy G is not because you're waiting on the trade. Because if you was waiting on the trade, why is the team that's going to trade for Jimmy G know you're going to cut him anyway? That I'm going to give you an update.
That's what I believe. Why I need to give you anything? You're not going to keep him past September 1st, and he ain't ready to play anyway.
Yeah. So now they letting Jimmy G know that your time is up. It's Trey Lance team. Mm-hmm. No team is gonna trade for you.
So they're playing mind games with Jimmy.
Okay, to leave to find a trade. You can't find it yourself. What you gonna do? You gonna take the backup job? We give you $10 million for it.
But if they do that, if I'm Jimmy though, $10 million. Listen, you need me more than I need you. I can take a break and I can still get a job next season on my own terms. You got Nate Sudfeld, all right? Think about that for me. You guys got Nate Sudfeld to come in if anything goes wrong with Trey. So you want me to back him up, take this insult, give me 15, give me an incentive package. If I play more than 8 or 9 games, I'd go on and on if I was Jimmy. I would.
That's what they're going to do. Jimmy G's going to stay on the 49ers, Ronbo. Trust me. Yeah. That's what they're going to do because there's no way you're going to tell Jimmy G, go find a trade and
expect him to do it.
When the other teams already know that you're supposed to cut Jimmy G anyway. within a few weeks.
Like how you got me. I agree. There's something really strange about this whole thing.
What they're doing, they're putting the pressure on Jimmy G. Hey, your time is up. You have no option. Either you take the backup job for Trey Lance at $10 million, or you don't have you won't play this game.
Fly, we gotta go though. We'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll be back the rest of the week. So whoever didn't talk today, we'll definitely get you tomorrow. But Fly, I appreciate you, fam. Always love your perspective. Have a great night, fam. Yeah, Rowan, we got too many callers tonight. We'll be here till 3 in the morning. We're gonna have to cut it short. We did shut the phone line down. But Rowan, I'll be back tomorrow though. Probably for the rest of the week. Immediately. Oh, amigo. Emilio, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about what's going on down there. Fly Guy just always has me crying, laughing all the way on the phone because the man comes
Guy's
up.
information is always wrong.
But it's always entertaining.
Wrong. Yeah, I didn't prove him wrong already. He was talking about Jimmy. We should treat it now. He didn't say, "Oh, Jimmy won 2 Super Bowls." Yeah. So, like I said,
well, he never said that.
He won 2 Super Bowls sitting on the bench. Yes, he did.
He said Jimmy won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I missed that.
Oh,
okay. He was on the team.
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking about Patriots.
Because he was trying to get me wrong. Talk about, are you going to treat?
Well, he can wear 2 rings, though.
Yeah, I am. No, but he was talking about me because I was like, you asked me, would I treat Jimmy and Trey the same? I said, yeah. He said, oh, you can't treat them the same because they haven't won 2 Super Bowls. I said, yeah, you can. I said, you treat him like you do treat Steve Young because Steve Young won 2 Super Bowls on the bench and eventually won a Super Bowl. Jimmy hasn't done that. And I don't think Jimmy ever will win a Super Bowl. So,
you know what?
He had his chance.
But Emilio, honestly, the only thing to stop Jimmy G from winning a Super Bowl would have been with the 49ers was his health. Jimmy G should have won the Super Bowl this year. But again, hurt.
Should have. Exactly. Like I said, it goes back to his fault.
You know what? And football's a game that you can't call his fault, but he is a man of bad luck.
Hey, he's had like 2 injuries being on the Niners. So
I mean, you got to be careful though, because like Trey's already had 2 injuries too. This is what goes on in Kyle's team. We need to be careful. Don't talk these things into existence. Wish Trey well, and know that it's dangerous out there. And yeah, anybody can go down. We've seen this team go down. Too many people. George Kittle hasn't finished the season yet. Debo hasn't finished the season yet. Ayuk went down a minute last year. Trent Williams. All our stars get beat to hell. It's worrisome. I wish they'd stay up this year, though.
No, they all get hurt.
All of them. If you're good, you get hurt. Mostert got beat so bad, missed the whole season after his first game. Jason Verrett, gone. If you're a star on this team, it's like there's this evil spotlight on you. Man.
Oh, well, it's just that's Shanahan's football. He wants you to play your heart out. Play your heart out. Beat up, you got to beat up your body. That's what you're getting paid for. That's the thing. I mean, it's kind of bad to look at it that way, but that's Shanahan's football. I need you to beat up your body, win the game, do whatever you need to give to win.
He did say that. We play rough in practice, so it's not a surprise when we get into games. The guy, you know what? I don't know about that. Damn.
You got to, hey, that's how the game is. You got to play it that way. Man, that's his thing.
But okay, you made the switch is on. Okay, you anticipate that we're going to be fine, huh?
Yeah, of course. I don't see why not we wouldn't be. There's no reason why we wouldn't be.
All right. I'm just taking a poll tonight, consensus. Most everybody's called in. I feel very confident about this. We're going to be fine.
Yeah, you should be. I done said before, we should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then should be no reason why.
Mm-hmm.
None at all.
Yeah.
If the same team as last year, smart the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
And the best thing is, I think the defense got a little more beefed up. That's what's going to win the game. You don't have to do so much on offense, but if that defense is keeping the ball on the offense's hands all the time, you can't help but to win. Hell, the other team didn't get a chance to play the offense. And that's what I'm hoping for.
No, it's basically the same team. The defense is a lot better. It's just that's what that is. It's just, like I told you before, it's the same as that team Jimmy had last year, minus the only difference is the line. But other than that, it's the same as that team, the defense is better.
That's a pretty serious part, too. That line is very seriously important. You don't have Mac in the middle. You don't have Lincoln Tomlinson. It's going to be interesting to see how good that line is.
Well, to me, I'm not too much worried because basically Trey was practicing with this line last. I know it kind of questions with that. You got to look at it. If Trey wasn't practicing with this line last year with the number 2, it's going to be different. He's been practicing with them all season last year.
Him and Jake Brindle, they know each other. That's true.
Exactly. So there's a plus to it. We just got to see it. We're just going off of like, man, hopefully. If Shanahan believes in the team, you should see. He doesn't say this is Trey's team. So,
I just hope Michael Lynch is ready to go. Right guard. I guess it's not going to be Brunskill. Apparently, Brunskill's tendonitis might keep him out of the opening day lineup.
See what happens. I'm just like, I'm ready to move on. Leadership and it's gone. It's all for the Trey team. I don't care what anything else goes on. It's the future at this point.
Yeah. So that's what we got.
All the Jewish sexuals, let it go. Not the quarterback no more.
You know how this works.
Jimmy's not gonna be on his team.
You know how this works because the haters go hate when midseason comes.
No, it's not hating.
I'm just saying if we ain't 8-2 minimum, there's gonna be the the Trey sexuals. We always label people as soon as they start rooting for the quarterback, whichever quarterback side you're on. That's why I don't get involved. I ain't said nothing bad about Trey other than the fact that he hasn't done anything yet. He has no experience. I want to see what he looks like. And then if Trey is good, boy, that boy's got my support loud and obnoxiously.
Quarterbacks have experience until they actually play.
Well, see, that's what I'm waiting on to find out.
Mahomes didn't have experience. Mahomes,
those are good examples.
You got to get it. You got to play the game.
But Trey is Trey. We'll see what he can do. We got Chris Sugar. It seems like everybody wants to call it and get some tonight. Let me see you tomorrow.
One last thing.
Real quick.
Did say, well, you know what? It's the same team we had 2019. We didn't know the offense. Right? Defense going back and forth. Right? I'm with you.
Right.
He's a coach.
All right.
He's the reason he built this team. Right? I believe in him.
All right. And we need to. We have to. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, fam. Right. Buddha.
Yo.
Buddha, come
What's
on
up?
in,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Buddha.
Oh, man. Come on, baby. Let's go. I'm ready for this season.
Well, you should be. It's already started. Buddha,
I'm stoked, man.
Well, Buddha, what are you stoked about now? Now, I understand from that attitude, you must have great aspirations, and you got nothing but green light ahead, nothing but stars. Well, talk to me about this.
So I heard a story today that you probably didn't hear, but when Trey was hanging out with Rice and doing the goat fuel commercials and stuff that, we're all over YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff.
Right.
So apparently, Jerry called Steve Young to come and watch Trey throw. And then apparently Steve couldn't get into the security or get into the park, so he ended up having to call security and be like, "Hey, Steve Young's driving around in his minivan trying to get in." I just thought that was really cool because Steve's really, really invested.
But the thing is, even before that, though, that they didn't recognize Steve Young. I mean, that's hilarious. Well, it could be an imposter wearing a fake, like Mission Impossible, wearing a fake Steve Young face. It's hilarious. But go ahead.
I just think he's super, super special, and it's something. He just has that it factor that you don't really see, or like. He just has that it factor, and I just really believe that we can go 13-4 this season.
14-3. Well, you mean 13? Were you going to say 13-4? Everybody keeps forgetting we have 17 games.
13-4.
Okay.
Yeah, 13-4.
Hey,
that's
you got 4 teams you think you'd beat us. What 4 teams you think you'd beat us?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I would say the Bucks.
A lot of people
Chargers,
already.
we have to play the
Chargers, Bucks.
The Chargers. I think who else do we have to play?
Russell Wilson's over in Denver. Do we need to be concerned?
No, not at all whatsoever.
All right.
We got their number for the next 10 years, just like they had our numbers for the last 10 years.
No. You're talking about the
really
Hawks.
Called in because of your wall behind you being empty.
Yeah.
So my vote's for Jerry Rice, of course, because you need some color back there.
It's going to be a retired Hall of Famer for sure.
Jerry Rice has
because I'm not changing that fathead every other year. I'm just not. So it's going to be a retired Hall of Famer.
And one of my people that I work with, one of my colleagues, he went to school with Nate Sudfeld. And they were just taking pictures with each other because they went to go play golf recently. And when I saw Nate getting signed for $2 million, I was like, man, that was just a mistake. They should not.
They did it last year too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he's made $4 million sitting around, relaxing. and just having basically a great time. Great job at work if you can get it. Woo! God.
I haven't called in on a long time, but I have, I want to say penciled in, but I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to the Mexico City game because my family has an apartment complex right next to Stadium Azteca.
You have
but
to
I
do
just
it.
looked up the tickets. They're $1,238 per.
What?
And they're still nosebleed section.
Wait. Are you talking USD?
Yeah, American.
Ooh. Oh, that's a lot. Well,
so I think I'm going to go by myself. But if I do go, I'm going to call you from the game.
Oh, yeah, please. Don't let me miss that
because
because I'd love to see the stadium. You know what? George Kittle's jersey is number 2 in Mexico. I didn't know who's number 1 in Mexico, but George is all pumped up. So that means that 49ers going to have plenty of fans in them stands.
Oh, yeah, that stadium holds like 75,000 people, and my family's apartment complex is only like 5 minutes away from the stadium, so I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to go there.
If it sells out, that is huge bucks. And if you're in the upper section at $1,200, that means the seats down below go well over $3,000. That is going to be a money-making day. Whoa. But I guess they say...
Yeah, and then I got to do plane tickets the whole 9, and at least I don't have to pay for room and board, but it'll be
go.
It's such an exciting game.
You need to go
I
spend
haven't been to
days.
Mexico in 25 years, so
really?
I'm going back. I want to go down there for that game. That's the game that I am saving up for right now.
Well, what do we remember from a long time ago? You're going to love what you see down there now, then. Buddha, we're gonna go because we're trying to fit in as many people. We're going to cut it off here in a minute. But listen, I'll good to hear from you again. And let's keep in mind, we're going to be doing that Mexico City game. So, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow if you got time, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have a great evening.
You too, fam.
Take care, man.
There he goes. And no way. It's the Iron Sheik. Sheik, get in here.
What up, Ronbo? What's going on?
My God, Sheik, it's good to hear from you again. Well, here we go, Sheik. The season's about to get underway. And Kyle's went out and made the announcement that so many people are just delighted to hear. Sheik, your feelings on this now? Kyle's went out and done this, and now are we ready to roll?
It seems like we are this time. We heard a lot of things like Kyle says, "Oh, we're going to do this," or "John, we're going to do this," and they don't really do it. So, it's like the other caller said, like he does have they do this a lot, and that's what what they want to do, get the trade bait up a little higher. There's a lot of possibilities, but I think this time around it is up because they give up a lot, unfortunately, for Trey Lance. So they're definitely Trey Lance is the guy, and I see potential in the kid. I think I've been saying when we draft, I was like, dude, I see a little Josh Allen a little bit. He just needs time, a little more seasoning, and he got it. You know what I'm saying?
He does look a little bit like Josh Allen did it. Oh, you know what? It's exactly right. There's no questioning that the potential, but a lot of quarterbacks coming in out of the draft were looking like they got a great potential. Can they do it though? Because for the last few years, you got Mahomes, first round draft picks, the kid over at Herbert, 1, 2. I'm trying to think of the last few years. What are the biggest? Lamar Jackson is, but the rest. Can you name another one?
Yeah, there.
Really, you know what I mean?
Not a lot. You can't really name them, but I mean.
Yeah, it's
Murray. I mean, a little bit.
Well, I forgot about Kyler. But look at Kyler. He keeps showing in the beginning of the season, and then toward the end of the season, he turns into, I don't even know what to call that.
He gives up. He's like studying, Ronbo.
I didn't know he didn't like to study. Oh, my God, a quarterback that doesn't study? Jesus.
That is one of the ridiculous things I ever heard in a contract. How are you going to pay, $46 million? A guy that's not prepared. And he says, "Oh, you cannot go gaming. No gaming. You can't go watch no movies."
Please.
What? You're paying $46 million,
right?
Like, what are you doing?
And Sheik, please, at least 4 days a week. That's ridiculous. I need to pay him to go learn his plays and get ready with his. Oh, that is outrageous. Okay, that's fine.
Oh man,
we'll see.
But the thing about this kid, he's been taught right, Ronbo. Like this guy, I like Jimmy G. I do. But the thing is, it's a team effort, and Jimmy G pushed that as well. He has his own say in it, and people say it's not just Jimmy G. It's a team, but all you put it together as a team. And he has his hiccups. He's not perfect. He's not elite. He's he just does what he needs to do, and he does most of the time. But then the playoffs he kind of stunk a little bit. But the thing is, this kid Trey Lance, Ronbo, I think he needs time, bro. Like I get a lot of the guys. Even myself, I even said like this kid is. We should not have done it. We should have kept Jimmy G. But now I'm looking at the long, what kind of image I see in him as a Josh Allen. He potential to be really good. But these fan base that we have, these Trey sexuals, you need to hold on, put on the brakes a little bit. Don't call him a king. Don't call him a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'm calling you out, not in my nature. I see you on the comments. Do not do that. You guys are delusional doing that. 2 games. That's all you saw. Chill.
The bad thing about it is, if they've set that standard and it doesn't come into fruition, I don't know what they're going to. You're going to get attacked by people. That's going to be really bad. That's why I'm saying I need to wait a minute to see how he does. If people get mad, you still have your faith. If it was Jimmy, I'm just waiting. I wasn't that big on Jimmy until he came in and worked out either. I just don't see it until I see it.
Just be fair. That's all it is. Like Trey, let's be honest. He looked like crap in the first half against the Texans. And it's the Texans, guys. And then the second half, he definitely got it together, got it rolling. And that's what a rookie does, unfortunately. But this time around, if he's all in, you guys better be right, because I don't want to go back to the Dennis Erickson era, the Thomasula, or freaking Nolan. I don't want to fire Kyle Shanahan. This guy has all the players.
And then we got to go back to some coach that's going to really take us into the dark. No, that can't happen.
You're right. And you think Nick Bosa's want to be stick around?
No.
Hell
Fred,
no.
all those guys are going to opt out. We'll be back. Sheik, don't talk about those things. They're scary. Sheik, tomorrow we'll be back. That way we could do some more.
Right.
But I love common sense.
But
that's what I said. You think I didn't have common sense?
It's being fair, guys. Just be fair. The kid, just give him
rational.
Time. Let's see what we got. Let's be a little realistic a little bit, guys. Like we have a great team all around. Just go forward. Just let it flow.
And getting mad at people because they don't believe Trey's going to the Pro Bowl next year. Give me a break. Come on.
God. Too. Relax.
I didn't even think that of Jimmy either.
But anyways, Ronbo.
Right.
Jimmy G, yeah, man. But Jimmy G found his way. If he gets traded, but I don't think he's going to get cut. Well, I'll be stupid. You're handing the keys to Seattle. Hey, here's.
Sheik, we're going to find out. Sheik, our buddy's on the phone, though. Let me see them all, Sheik. Sheik, I guess production got him. We're having to move fast, guys. So if all of a sudden it's quiet, that means we had to go. Hey, it's a big show.
Oh my goodness, the delusion in here tonight is
he's your biggest fan. He
staggering.
Loves to do that. I know, right? Put an exclamation point on it. I really think, Show, that people need to relax a little bit and don't set yourself up for pain.
Exactly. That's what I was going to bring up right now. I mean, 14 and 3, 1,000 yards each for our receivers, 32 touchdowns. Kyler Murray didn't even reach 25 touchdowns last year, and he had all the weapons a quarterback could ask for. He was even being talked about as being part of. He was even in the conversation of league MVP at one point until he flamed out. So this fantasy bullshit needs to stop. This kid is raw. I can't even comment on situation tonight because number one, the dude only has 1 year of experience as a starting college quarterback in a Division II or III school, whatever North Dakota State is. that the competition is not very scary over there, to be honest with you. And you can't put these predictions up really like that. You're setting yourself up for disappointment, especially if he looks flat in preseason. That's exactly why we're keeping Jimmy Garoppolo around, because he's a contingency plan.
So here's the thing,
preseason.
If you're going to establish that standard and insist upon perfection every week and no mistakes, for God's sakes, even George Kittle said, in case he throws a couple of INTs or something, we're going to be able to absorb that. The players know. Why do they expect perfection? I didn't expect that of Jimmy, and I'm a huge Jimmy fan. I don't understand why we have to. Now, if he makes any mistakes, are they going to come in and trash him? That's what I wonder.
And about the players or the fans, because the fans
The fans. The players are not.
Oh, definitely the fans will. I mean, it's NFL. It's the NFL win now or you're a bust. That's unfortunate, but that's what the league has become these days. So, I mean, come on, people. Do not call in here with these fantasies of being 14-3, 1,000 yards receiving for each receiver and playoffs and or NFC championship game. What the hell are you smoking? Kid has yet to be. He can't even rent a car, Ronbo.
That's right. No, he's 21.
He's 26 to rent a car in the United States. You have to be 26 in the United States to rent a car.
Because I didn't start renting cars until around after that. So I didn't even know that. Car rental agencies, they know he's not responsible. He's a child. Did you bring your mother's driver's license or your dad? Insurance companies, I forgot, they won't cover you. That's right, huh? I never thought about that. Never paid it any attention.
He's still under his He's still under his parents' health care plan too. 21.
Well, there you go. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
FCC game, 14-3. Get the hell out of here. Don't call in here with that bullshit. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. I mean, I don't even have us going to the playoffs this year. This is year one with a new quarterback. But we're starting over again, and now you have to take into consideration injuries. We're an injury-plagued team.
So don't mention that. Oh my God, I cry about this every year, and it has to happen. Here we go with those injuries. One guy, then two, then three.
When one domino falls, they all fall. When one domino falls, they all fall, Ronbo, and we're left with scraps and finding people on the streets again, and a practice squad team all over again.
God, trying to find running backs.
Those callers that called in tonight. Exactly. Those callers that called in tonight expecting a 14-3 season and 32 touchdowns didn't take that into consideration.
32 touchdowns.
Tom Brady. If we had a Tom Brady-esque or an Aaron Rodgers-esque quarterback back there, then I would absolutely believe that we would get 32 touchdowns.
But I need a Devontae Freeman or somebody too. A lot of people don't realize. They always say, "Well, because Jimmy's limited." Oh, you know what, guys? You gave Jimmy a premium receiver like that. Debo does what he does, but you don't expect him to go long and deep every play. I mean, we just got used to Ayuk. It's a useless argument, though. I never win that one.
First of all, that narrative is bullshit. Jimmy is not limited. Do you not understand who our coach is? How he likes to take control and has a control problem issue and likes to control his quarterbacks and tells them where to throw. Like that he's going to do the same exact thing with Trey. If they're thinking that he's going to go off script, I heard that earlier tonight that Kyle Shanahan is going to let Trey go off script. That's bullshit. When's the last time Kyle Shanahan went off script? Never. In the 5 years that he's been here. And he had Nick Mullins at quarterback, who was mobile, too.
Yeah,
never went off script with him.
Any argument from me? People think that we're going to see Trey out there, and Kyle is not crazy about inexperience anyway. If he thinks he's going to let Trey just go out and freelance and do what he wants to do anytime he wants to do, he won't let a polished quarterback do that. Matty Ice still hates him, So
exactly, Matty Ice wanted to quit, and run him out of town.
And how many years has he been playing? Man,
long time.
So we're going to see.
Yeah, pump the brakes though, people. Let the kid make mistakes. Let him grow. Let him marinate, grow. Let him age with like a fine wine does. You know what I mean? We're gonna be seeing dark days ahead of us. I hate to break it to your heart, but unfortunately, what's coming? We have the hardest schedule in the league right now, Ronbo.
What am I doing? Shut up. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and
Shout out to the fam. You all take care and everything.
I need to go to the doctor to get some medication for this season. All right, so always appreciate you. See you tomorrow, fam. Let us go to Trey VA, one of the founding members of TNT. Trey, get in here. As he made his long trek down, and he says,
and for a year, I've been waiting to say I do mean finally.
Trey, was that you?
Fuck out of here.
It's your biggest fan, Brock.
Rombo.
Go ahead.
They are upset, Rombo. The Jimmy G supporters have thrown their Jimmy G underwear outside.
I'm keeping
they're
mine.
Upset.
I'm keeping mine.
The banners are down. Rombo, you said you still have that thing rolled up. Is that right?
I do.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, where are
I
my
do.
banners?
And I got my Jimmy G undies, too.
Shout out to you, Rombo. Shout out to production. Shout out to you for doing what you did in private, Rombo, instead of doing it on air.
It's messy.
On camera.
We started to, but then it's sticky together, and we would look like some kind of clown act.
Away with nobody saying, oh, no. And then shout out, because see, somebody's been waiting for this. Shout out to the chat, because a lot of you have been waiting for this moment where we can move on from this limited quarterback. Limited. You know what limited means? It means not a lot. So guess what? If you miss a lot of games, you're limited. If you can't throw the ball down the field, or you won't, let me just say that. And don't give me this Kyle Shanahan stuff. You said something about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, the next year after he was frustrated, was MVP of the league throwing bombs down the field. Kirk Cousins throwing bombs downfield. Matt Schaub throwing bombs downfield. What are we doing here? Why are we acting like Kyle doesn't want to throw the ball deep? Funny, though. People talk about the Texans game.
While you're going through all this, can you name the receivers on those clubs, please?
Yes, I can. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let's go
you
there,
got your notes there. Go ahead, please.
Hold on. You got Julio Jones. You got Roddy White, right? But then you go to the Redskins. That's who they were at the time. You got who? Santana Moss, Pierre Garçon with no speed.
No.
Then you go to the Texans.
Wait. You're leaving out another receiver with Pierre Garçon, the speedster, the one that just left Philly, the one that just left the Rams last season, and when he was in his prime.
Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah, that's the one. That's a good combination.
Rombo.
You need a speedster, Trey.
Rombo.
I don't care what anybody says. Shanahan's system thrives off a speedster.
Hold on. It's so
we got
funny.
one now.
See, the thing is this. No. You guys love reports unless they're about your favorite quarterback. There are reports that say that defensive coordinators don't even fear him throwing deep, but that's us. There's all 22 tape that says that guys are playing 7 yards. Safeties are playing shoulder to shoulder with linebackers. Kansas City did it to us in the fourth quarter. Here's the funny thing, Rombo. Y'all give us stat after stat about these wins that Jimmy got. Jimmy won this. He brought us back from this. What did he do in the playoffs?
Because
nobody's ever mentioned a playoff game. No, because great 49er quarterbacks, Joe Montana, Steve Young, even Colin Kaepernick, have playoff games where you say, damn, he took over. Cap did it against Green Bay. Steve Young did it against Green Bay. Joe Montana did it against the Giants.
Yeah.
What game did Jimmy G ever take over in the playoffs, Rombo? And I will be quiet.
No, you won't.
I'm talking about ever. No, he's done all of this since he's been here. All these playoff games. You talk about all these? What game did he take over, Rombo?
I don't remember any games where Jimmy took over.
Give me one.
Give
me one.
You have never heard me talk about Jimmy taking over games because that's a conversation that I never get into.
That's why he's gone, Rombo. That's why he's gone. Because when it's time to win championships, you need a difference maker. It's simple math.
We upgraded from a C-plus quarterback. Jimmy's good. Nobody, and that's the problem. You guys think that we think
Trey,
he's trash. We don't think he's trash.
one thing I do know, though, Kyle Shanahan rarely Matty Ice did well, but Kyle Shanahan does not make one quarterback do all the heavy lifting. I've never seen any of his offenses do that.
Absolutely
Are you damn right? I'm right. And here's another thing, too. When the team wins, it's usually through a joint effort and a whole team effort. Run game,
Rambo. Here's
passing
the problem
game.
with that method, Rambo. We have played the team method. We squeezed as much as we could get out of that turnout.
So you think it's going to change
now,
do you?
Blood out of it. No.
Explain it to me.
We're trying to get blood. Okay, let me tell you how, Rambo. Because we go into these games. We go into these games, and we play great defense, and we shut them down. We go into Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers does nothing, and we can't get a touchdown out of our offense, out of our quarterback. Nothing. Then we go to Then we go to SoFi, right? We hold the Rams to 20 points, Rombo. Be real, 20 points. The Rams.
We hold them to 20 points. We had a 20-3 lead, Trey. So just tell the truth. That's all I ask.
Rombo, hold on. We held them to. Did they score more than 20?
You know what?
Score more than 20?
Unfortunately,
we got to go, right?
Yeah, and listen, I know I'm going to get blamed for this. Production is having issues with the equipment. I'm serious. It's not. I'll argue with you on these points. You know it for all night, but I'm getting pushed.
Shout out to production. I know.
Hey, come back tomorrow. I want to continue this argument. I got some points that I'm going to knock you into the dirt with. Wait, all right. Come on back tomorrow.
Talk to you later.
All right, fam. I'm serious. I'm proud. I mean, I wouldn't do this to you otherwise. All right. Trey, good night, fam. All right. Hey, guys, seriously, if you're on the phone, I'm not kidding. We're having something is really wrong here. But I will look forward to tomorrow. We should have this ironed out and fixed, I hope. So please, and listen, anybody that thinks I run from a conversation or a fight over Jimmy Garoppolo must be high. When was the last time? Well, Niner Mike comes in, but he talks so loud and fast, you can't even talk. But anybody else, bring it. I will see you tomorrow. And let's do it some more.
Bay Area.
Ron Bizzle.
What? I thought
Ron Bizzle. This E, man. What's up?
E, I know. E, production, I don't know what they're doing. They were supposed to cut the phone line down. We're really having problems, E. I'm serious. I made Trey quick because we're about to, something's about to collapse. Let me see tomorrow, E. I'm going to get you as early as I can, okay? I'm getting ready to haul out of here. All right, fam.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, Ellis.
Lions are still trash no matter what.
Okay.
Remember that. Lions are still trash.
Wait, let me. Okay, we got to go, guys. Seriously, we're having some difficulty with equipment. I'm going to haul out. Here we go. Have a great night. Thanks for contributions, guys. And have a great night. Subscribe. Hit like. I'll see you tomorrow. Somebody's got to cut that short. All right.